everybody, hi! How goes it? How's life? How's the wife? How's the kids? Oh my god, hopefully good. Hopefully good. Happy Monday! Oh my good gracious. Oh my good gracious. Yo, Edward, it was a beautiful monologue. What do you mean, roasting? What do you mean? Me? Never. That'd be unheard of. Oh my god, yo, MJ, I hope you're okay. Hopefully the fire alarm was just a false alarm. Good gracious, Gred, my beloved, how do you do? Dragoncorn, stream day indeed. Oh my god, Caleb, heyo. How do, bonsoir, mon ami. Oh my god, also Killer, thank you so much for the 14 months, dude. Oh my god, let's go. Oh my god, coming up. 10 more months, baby. Then I grind. Stops. Yo, thank you so much for the resub, dude. I appreciate it. I really do. Oh my god. Yo, it wasn't roasted as much as you being actual Cold Wasteland. I mean, listen. I am a Cold Wasteland at heart. All right, listen. It's true. It's true. Oh my god. Napoleon, good mellow hello there. Health updates. Yo! Mellow hello there. Out. Good. I mean, good updates is fantastic news. I'm not gonna lie. Oh my god. It was not a false alarm. Smile. Oh, but they let us back in. Let's go. Not a false alarm, but you know. Go back in. Go back inside. Is your name Canary? Oh my sweet Jesus. Oh my sweet Jesus. Well then I hope you're okay. Caleb, I'm doing fantastic, man. I'm living La Vida Loca. All right. I'm feeling it. I'm doing well. You know, listen. Like, don't get me wrong. On occasion, it's true that, like, you know, things crop up and it can be annoying at times, and sometimes you get like some minor inconveniences harkening onto your life. But you know, I can complain, but it's not gonna do me any good. And so at the end of the day, those minor inconveniences, you know, those minors are welcome. Those minor inconveniences are welcome. Listen, it was a hard one to fit in today. All right, how am I meant to do that one? Also, weird. Oh my god. Boo! Listen. Oh my god. Don't boo. I'm right. Oh my god, they're booing me. Oh my god. Why? Oh my good gracious. I finally got my pain meds, and I'm actually leaving the house to have been out of the hospital besides to check out for like, let's go! 3 weeks! Oh my god! Congratulations, Mel. That's awesome, dude. That's awesome. Oh my sweet Jesus. Oh my god. I hope you are all doing quite well. All right, even with your minor slip-ups. Resource pick. Let me actually apply that one. Done. The children yearn for the mines. It's true. Verlet integration. What? Gesundheit. What does that even? Oh. My god. What am I meant to do with that? One second. Wait a minute. Wait a second. Wait a hot minute. It's fine. It's nothing. It should be fine. Everything should be fine. Listen, it's been a busy couple of days, all right? It's been a busy couple of days. Oh yes it has. It's been a very, very busy couple of days. This has been very busy. One second, chatters, how are you doing? Let me just turn that off. All right, how are you guys doing? You doing well? You guys doing well? You've been having a good time? You've been enjoying yourselves? You've been enjoying I'll bet you guys have been enjoying your April Fools, huh? That was funny from Mojang. Yeah, that was pretty funny. Haha, they lit the whole thing on fire. That was great. That was real swell, you know? There's we're gonna be here chatting for a hot second. We're gonna be not perfect. Listen, I just got home. Oh my god. Drop for highest height and take damage. I don't know what shocking, but that's just the sound that it makes anytime I log in. Who is factually frolicking through the fields now, Napboy? Listen. Pretty weird that you lost the hardcore. I know, right? It was tragic. Hey, I thought that was pretty clever. I thought that was pretty good. I even opened up a new world. I mean, I did that also particularly so that, you know, if you saw the score, you would clue in and be like, okay, it's a 0 score. Because, you know, I don't want anybody to truly think anything's wrong. I wouldn't want anybody to truly be there like, geez, old Nap, he's messed up, you know? There's more fire. The A and B. Oh, true. They also did put out the the vote what you want snapshot. You know? Oh my god. I don't want y'all to think I actually died. Well, yeah, no, of course not. I wouldn't want to cause it. But listen, I am a firm believer that the best kind of prank type video or any sort of April Fool's, which personally I'm not a big fan of April Fool's speaking with, but you know, the best kind of those things are the things that are either like very clearly not just very clearly fake, but have no one be like sad. No one's the butt of the joke. You know what I mean? Because that's never fun. It's never truly fun, not in my opinion at least. I mean, like, it just makes no sense to do it that way. You know? Oh my god. They added the moon! And I've been, they're collecting levels and enchanting such same possible score. Oh my god. I can agree with that. Yeah, I mean, there's no point in a prank, but like, I don't know. It's the same way, like, the one thing that I really personally have never understood and kind of hate is the whole, like, you know, where like you see those videos, it's like some kid's birthday and then they're like, I'm gonna slam his face into cake. That like the poor kid's traumatized and the cake is ruined too. Like, I've never understood the whole cake slam thing. That's never made sense to me. That's always been very like, why would anybody wish to partake in that? That seems very odd. That seems very like, you've one, ruined a perfectly good cake, and two, hey yo, Ray! Oh my god, Sonic Team made a whole game, let's go! Oh my god, it's free and I played it. Oh, I didn't know it was a free game. That's sick. Oh my god. Ray, I hope you're doing well. I hope you're not at any red lights. Play the Sonic Team game instead of Minecraft. Oh my god. I don't even know where I'd find that. You know, I don't even listen. Oh my god, this is taking so much longer than I wanted it to. Oh my god. Please don't slam faces into cake, though, chatters. Some cakes need wooden dowels or skills to keep them up. Okay, yeah, there's that, but also it just ruins the cake, and it's mean, and like the person just... Like, there's no version of that that's really all that funny. When, like, you don't know, like, maybe that person's been looking forward to the cake, or maybe even if they haven't been, it's like... I don't know, it's always struck me as very mean, man. It just strikes me as very, like, why would you do that to someone? Particularly little kids who, like, I don't know, really don't understand what's going on, and just very suddenly their surroundings changed as, like, they were in a happy situation, and then they were forcibly shoved into cake. Like, that just seems... like, not fun for the person whose actual birthday it is. Again, this actually never happened to me, so it's not even like something I'm like against because of personal vendetta reasons. It's just I've never understood it as a thing. I've always been like, that just seems like kind of a jerk thing to do. You know what I mean? Oh man. Someone slips their face in a cake, I'm eating it. I mean, I'm not saying it's not edible. I'm just saying, like, you know, it's just I don't get it, man. I did it. I've never personally had it done. I've just seen videos of it be done and be like, that's so weird. Why would anybody do that? That just seems like a mean thing to do. I don't understand it. Especially because sometimes you like miss, or like, again, there's also candles that stick up on those things, or like this shit, like, it's just, it makes no sense as something that anybody would ever want to do, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't get it. I don't get the appeal. Maybe I'm just a grumpy grumperson, but I don't know. I personally have never understood the appeal of the whole thing. Is a free on Steam. It's 2 to 4 hour game, point and click murder mystery. You know what? Maybe I will. Maybe I'll look into it. Maybe we will play that. You know, why not? Why not? Oh my sweet Jesus. Anyway, chat, I'm so sorry. I forgot to switch over the cameras. That's my bad. That's all. I just forgot to switch over the cameras. That's what happened. Nothing else. Anyway, chatters. Hope you're doing well. I'm bad with really big surprises, so if they did that to me, I'd throw hands and cut them out. I mean, valid, fair. Dinner at this point. We skipped dessert because food costs a lot. Anyway, fair, valid. Oh my god. Please, it's so good. I played it like 3 different times. Well, now I kind of want to play it. I'm not gonna lie. Now I kind of want to partake. You're not fooling anyone now. I don't know what you mean, man. This is just what we've been doing for like the last good little bit. Well, he's gone. He died. I don't know if there's another creeper that happens to be in the water below. That's a different creeper. Look, that's a different creeper. That right there, that's a different guy. The guy I hit died very quickly. See, he was a bow shot. Very different death. Oh my god. You know, maybe we will play that game then. Murder Mystery Sonic game. I mean, I've never heard tell of such a thing. So, you know, maybe it'll be fun. Maybe it'll be a fun thing to do. You know what I mean? It's pretty weird how the fire alarm is still going. Are you sure you're safe, MJ? Are you sure you should be on a Minecraft stream right now? Okay, I would start crying so hard. They would apologize for. Well, that's just I'm like, who's it? It's always like the kid always cries too. Any video I've ever seen, the kid is upset after it happens, and the parents are always like, why are you crying? I'm like, what do you mean? Why are you crying? You just traumatized that poor child. He was having a good time. It was his day, and then you just obliterated him by like I just don't get it. It's so fun. I love it so much. Oh my god. I did a TikTok about a grandmother who played D&D. Did you see it? Because I subbed. I have not seen it as of yet. If it's on Discord, I have a number of Discord messages that I have to double check. I need dirt. MJ, it's fine. Might be a little airborne off all the time. We just never left, like, at all. Oh my god, why not? Do I have no dirt anyways? I need to make clay. Also, this has been coming along quite well. Today, by the way, the plan for today, we are going to continue some road work. We're going to link up these 2 areas, and then we're going to begin to collect the stuff and transport stuff over here, because you know what's gonna go in this great big building, chatters? You know what's gonna go into this great big building? Take a guess. Take a long guess. No, none there either. There must be dirt somewhere. In this massive building, in this ode to my absolute glory, we're gonna be putting an item sorter. I have decided that I think the same technology that we use to transport coal into the various different receptacles of furnaces, I think we could harness that differently. To make a full-fledged item sorter. It'll be fantastic. It'll be glorious. It'll be wonderful. Everyone will love it. Yes. Everyone will see it and go, wow. That's the noise you're gonna make. You might not believe it, but you're gonna look at it and you're gonna go, wow. It's gonna pull it out of you. Like, you're not gonna want to say that in response. I'm gonna be real with you. It's gonna be violent. It's not gonna be fun. It's gonna be quite violent. You're gonna just be looking at it, and with no control, your lips are gonna just rip open, and you're gonna go, wow. I pray for you, really, every day. God bless you, but that's just the way the cookie crumbles. I don't make the rules, man. That's just how cool it's gonna be. It's kind of ordained by God to be this way. Listen, my hands are tied. The hands are tied. Oh my god. And so close to your base. Well, that's the thing, MJ. That's the thing, is it's gonna be over there because I'm not gonna need to run up to my base anymore for materials. When building in the city, all the materials will be right there, and I won't have to keep running all the way back to my base anymore. MJ! Oh my god. The doubt. The instant nitpicks. The... Oh my god. Oh, because I'm finally able to get around, my dad's gonna let me tag along an archaeology site. Hey, yo! Volunteer because I've always wanted to do one. I thought you'd find that cool. Dude, that's awesome! That's genuinely so sick, dude. Oh my god! You should put updates if you do, and if you're comfortable, obviously. Like, if you do, you should put some updates in the media channel, dude. That's sick. That's awesome. Archaeology, my beloved, both in terms of Minecraft and also real life. Crazy, I know, right? What's wrong, Ray? What do you mean? What is there something that I said? Is there something I said that may have perturbed you? I can't imagine what. Was it where I said that, you know, you're gonna just be uncontrollably responding to what I build with the phrase wow, as though you are made by Parker Brother, the Monopoly manufacturer? Oh, what a Park! Wow! That's what he says. That's what the mustachioed Monopoly guy says. Ow! Okay, there's some dirt. I was like, how have I not found dirt yet? I don't need any of this. I need dirt. Oh my god. Oh, there's more dirt. Perfect. Oh, sweet Jesus. I think I'm it was Nap, I need you to stop. Stop what? I don't. What's wrong, guys? Guys, what's wrong? You seem put off by something. You seem. It feels like, Chad. I'm not gonna lie. Kind of feels like you're pulling back. Kind of feels like I'm reaching out, and that you're pulling back. And I just can't see why. What happened? In the words of the I'm playing laser tag with my friends tomorrow. Oh, hey yo, Pog. Man, I haven't played laser tag in so long. Laser tag's so sick. It's genuinely so much fun, especially when you get like really into it. Same with like paintball or like I don't know, airsoft. Like that stuff. Like I rarely ever touch anything like that, but when I do, oh boy. He was telling me about how you show up, get recognized in the field over time, and I grew up on History Channel shows and stuff. Oh, you tell me I stop mentioning it. It's that you'd find it cool, dude. That's awesome. Stop mentioning it. No, dude, you're absolutely fine to mention it. That's genuinely so sick. That's awesome to hear about. I'd love to hear updates on it as you do it, man. It's genuinely such a cool thing to like pursue and explore and learn about. I love archaeology. I've only ever been able to do a little bit within like my own life and stuff like that, but like and it was just through this one like school trip that we did. But man, it's so sick. That's like I'm hype as heck for you, man. Oh my god, yo, freaking laser tag. Oh my god, I'm realizing now chat's reaction is how potential what? I'm realizing now chat's reaction is how potential dat. I don't understand. I don't understand one bit. You keep speaking your words, Magic Man. Not many ancient civilizations in the concrete jungle. What concrete jungle? Do you know of a concrete jungle? Jungles aren't made of concrete, MJ. You're being silly. Jungles are made of wood and moss. And sometimes vines. Oh, and you can find ocelots there. And they have cocoa beans too. They make really cool doors. They're really fun. Really cool doors. I like their doors. Good doors, those jungle woods. And melons, that's true. You can find, famously, watermelon comes from jungles. It's crazy, I know. I want to be a geologist, but if I had to pay for 4+ years of rock school, I would. Well, simply don't pay for it. Simply steal it. Simply yoink those years. Yoink them away. Say, no, I am here for rock school, and I will not be paying. Carrot! Yes, also parrots. Parrots are also very, very jungle oriented. Very, very important jungle beings, jungle creatures. Is this, you done yet? No, we got another. All gone. Oh wait, no, not all gone. Oh, another stack. Why did you put 18 in my hand before a stack of 64? In what world would that be what I wanted? Oh god. Oh sweet Jesus. Oh. Woo. Oh man, you guys excited for the Mario movie? You know what I hate? Not to get into things that I dislike per se immediately, but I saw an interview. And it you know, it really just absolutely guffawed me. It made me wish to leave in a huff. It made me just go ooh, you know, like an old-timey cartoon character, like ooh, like that. That's what it made me do. It made me go ooh. But anyway, I saw this interview with none other than famed pro-crime individual Seth Rogen. Which, if you don't understand what I mean by that, don't worry about it. But very pro-robbery Seth Rogen decided in his little interview, his little interview regarding the Mario movie, he was gonna tell a heartfelt little story. It was like, you know what, they need to know why I took this gig. The people, they're clamoring to know, Seth, what caused you to lend your vocal talents to such a prestige movie as the Mario movie? Oh, good golly, good gosh, what did they see in you for the role of, what's this, Donkey Kong? Oh my god, well, of such a famed individual in the video game world, surely you were selected for your superior talent. For your intellect of it all. And so, you know, he decides to tell his little story. Oh, Seth, why are you Donkey Kong, you know? And he goes, yeah, and then they asked me to play the role, and I said, yeah, I'm not doing no stupid voice for it though. You're only gonna be getting me. Seth, you absolute homunculus. It's an animated movie where you're hired as a voice actor. Maybe act. Maybe try something different and new. Anyway, so this fully solidified to me that, you know, the actors in question participating in this simply refused to even do voices for these characters in some cases, and we're just like, nah, I refuse to try to do anything different or like nuanced for my performance. Like what do you mean, Seth? What do you mean? And then I'm like, oh, so that's how you end up with Mushroom Kingdom, here we go. Like, that's how you end up with that. And it's also solidified to me that Jack Black is single-handedly going to be carrying this movie on his back. Like, this man is the only reason I feel like I would see this movie. Is purely for Jack Black. Mushroom Kingdom, here we come. Bobby! Bobby! It does sound a little bit like Linda from Bob's Burgers, I'm not gonna lie. Bobby, alright! It does. You can't tell me it doesn't. You can't tell me it doesn't sound at least a little. Hey, Dungeon, dude, what's up, man? Oh my god. Your voice actor, you have to change it. Exactly, and also this is underscores, and not that it's new. I disagree with the people who are like, these days they're only using famous people for their name, not like in the old days where they used to have respect for the voice acting trade. No, they never did. I mean, that's the same reason why like half the voice actors, like James Earl Jones was Mufasa, and similarly, it's true that what do we call it? You had like Matt Damon voice like Spirit. And like, there's tons of cases of very famous individuals in the past voicing animated characters. So I disagree with that take, but I do maintain. Oh, is this out? Do you have no more? No, you have more. Why are you? Why do you hate me? What is wrong? Why are you doing this to me? What did I do to you, man? Okay, there we go. It's fixed. It's fixed. Hey, Lemon Beast, dude, what's up, man? But yeah, I really do feel this just kind of underscores how Hollywood really just has still yet to understand and respect. I mean, mind you, the brief, thank God brief, former CEO of Disney, Bob Chapek, genuinely talked openly about how he himself does not like or respect animation as a movie form, and pure, like, he's like, well, you know, of course I'm not gonna watch any of these things after my kid goes to bed. It's like, why are you the head of an animation studio if you don't like animation, sir? In what world does that make sense? Do you know how many people who love animation would kill to be the head of an animation studio? What are you talking about? It's Disney. It should be a prerequisite that you enjoy animation. Like, my God. I mean, that's why I got the nickname as well, in part of Bob Chapek, was because, you know, it was cut costs at all costs was his whole thing. I finished Le Père Goriot, and I'm devastated. The book is not okay. Not okay in a good way or not okay in a bad way. I've heard the movie is pretty good in reviews, but you have to get used to the... Oh yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I actually, having watched the trailers for the Mario movie, it looks like it'll be fun. It does. It just genuinely does. Oh my God. Typical Rinfun giving nothing as per usual. Classic. What do you mean? Of course I'm letting that through. You think I wouldn't let that through? You're King, you're just absolutely correct. Oh my God, there's no respect animation anymore, but I'm hoping they never, newer film coming out, groundbreaking and beautiful, people will start to care again. Yeah. I'm one of them. Exactly. I'm sure they'll respect animation more these days. Anyway, live action Moana announced today. My God, they just, like, don't get me wrong, there's more money I think to be made that way, and I get that, but yeah, it's a mess. Do you guys know there's a live action 101 Dalmatians? Did you know that? I saw that yesterday on, like, Disney Plus. I was like, what? Excuse me? Since when? Why? I never even heard of this thing coming out. Which, I mean, probably makes sense because I think it said it came out in like 1990 something. You did not know? No, how would I know that? What do you mean? That's an iconic live action. Is it? I don't know, man. I just saw it and was like, what? What do you mean a live action one? Mind you, yesterday I've watched 101 Dalmatians for the first time as well. So, like, in fairness, I had never seen that either, the animated version. So, like, in fairness, that was my first time watching that. So, you know, I guess it kind of makes sense that I didn't know there was a live action 101. But, you know, that just be how it be, you know? That they announced the live action Moana like an hour ago. Oh, God. Why? Is Lin-Manuel Miranda going to be in it? 101 Dalmatians is so good. Oh, it was. It was a beautiful movie. I'd never seen it. I didn't see much of Disney movies growing up because I don't know. I just didn't. There was like a few select ones that I got to see, but that was about it. I made up for a lot of lost time in recent years, but you know. I don't know. The Rock is all over it. I mean, well, that. You know, maybe he championed it because he wanted his career to be back on track. Because he kind of, well, you know, it didn't look great for him to be so heavy-handed on how amazing Black Adam's gonna be, and I've spent X many years making it, and then it flops entirely, and he threw a bit of a baby rage fit about it. So, you know, I mean, not as bad as, you know, Zachary Levi just begging people to go see his movie. That's not even, like, hyperbole. It was literally, it was awkward, man. I was like, okay, Zachary Levi, calm down, calm down. Oh my God, I Liberton. Oh, I feel like I've heard about that. You know what? It's been a hot minute. It's been a hot minute. Hercules, Hercules, Hercules. Oh my god. It's one of my faves. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was a beautiful movie. Like having watched it, I was like, oh, this is just really sweet. It was gorgeous. It was a lovely tale, and I'd heard lots of things. I was surprised that the plot point that I thought was made up was true. I don't know why. I presumed somebody must have been being like hyperbolic when they told me like, oh yeah, no, Cruella de Vil wants to make a coat out of the puppies. Cause you know, I know they made a live action movie about Cruella de Vil, and I'm like, well, that feels like the type of thing that you just can't come back from. That just feels like the kind of thing that, you know, you don't try to clean up that image. You go, yeah, they wanted to make a coat out of puppies, so you know, they're just the worst. Yo, Snapple, dude, what's up, man? I do. My favorite Disney movie was Hercules. Yeah, I mean Hercules is also really good. I saw that one like 5 years ago, I think. For the first time, it was fun. It was fun. Wap 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 wap. Hercules is a good movie, even if the same amount of inaccuracies make it cringe. I mean, yeah, but like, who cares about inaccuracies? It wasn't. I don't think it was meant to be accurate. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's just it's a fun movie. It's there for fun. It's there for the thrill of it, you know? Her mom pushed her off a cliff by the puppies. What? What does that have to do with anything? That's what I mean. Listen. Trauma or not, she wanted to make a coat out of puppies. Trauma or not, like, trauma is important to recognize and explore. It doesn't mean it's okay to want to make a coat out of puppies. It doesn't change my stance on this person. They wanted to make they gathered and bought up 100 puppies to try to make a coat. I wasn't trying to justify. I know. I'm just saying. The puppy. No, Nap. The puppies pushed her mom off a cliff. You have to understand. That doesn't change anything. She had her reasons. Not even. That doesn't change anything about the situation. It doesn't even give her a reason. In my mind, that's no better reason than just being, I want to make a coat. That's arguably, it's a better reason to do it because you wanted to just make a coat. Like, if I would respect the decision more if it was, no, I just think, you know, puppies would make a good coat. I think that makes more sense than it does to be like, oh, and her mother was pushed off a cliff by pup. What does that have to do with anything? Like, I would respect it more if it was like a hardline stance of the fur industry exists, people are fine with every other animal being used for fur trade. So not really, obviously fur is a very highly contentious topic these days, but at the time when this movie was being made, it was a lot less contentious. I would have respected it more if it was a whole thing of like, you're fine with any other animal, so what's wrong with puppies? And it's a stance like that. That I would respect more than my mother was pushed off a cliff by some puppies. Oh. She was cold. She didn't want to get sick. She just had the sniffles. You don't have a coat. All you got is some puppies. What are you gonna do? She was just so cold. I've arrived. I eat all. Angel, no, please. Oh my sweet good gracious. Oh my good gracious. This can go here. That can go there. That can go there. That can go there. Do I have coal in any of these? Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe not. Nope, no coal down here. There's probably just no coal anyways. I mean, I have blocks of coal that I can get from, but you know what I mean. No, those were for the coat. No. Oh my sweet Jesus! Not a hydrate. Oh. I have not, Caleb, but I want to. I actually didn't know season 2 came out until like I was just reviewing like some of the trades, and I was just like, oh, what? That's on the list now? I didn't even know. I didn't even know that they were trying to do anything with that. This is wild. So like, yeah, I had genuinely just no idea that they were even putting season 2 out. It feels like it came late. Like I feel like they really ought to have put that out a little earlier. You know what I mean? Like it feels like it's very like all thought of that show had died off a lot. You know what I mean? Like where you gotta strike while the iron's hot sometimes. Wait a minute, Edward, what'd you say? What'd you say? If you're gonna buy fur in modern day, see if it's sourced from Canada. We actually have laws on that stuff here. But also, I mean, real fur is objectively better for the environment than faux fur. But really, no one has that kind of time to take care of fur properly. So just stick to wool for its insulation, temperature, regulated properties. Hey, yo! Corella, the kind of person to look at 101 Dalmatians and say, anyone gonna make a coat on that? Anyone gonna make a coat out of that? And not wait for an answer. What? Cruella, really the type of gal to just be out there like, anyone gonna make a coat out of that? Wait, those are puppies. What are you doing? Like already going with the sewing machine, huh? Oh my god. Honestly, love the Grisha versus book. Do be different, but in both, I live for Vesper. I mean, that's the like. I have never read the books. I only saw the first season. I really liked it. I thought it was a really interesting season. It actually, like for instance, I liked it a lot more than what's the Amazon Prime show? The Wheel or whatever. Like Wheel of, not Wheel of Time, but you know what I mean. It's like something like that. It's like the Wheel or. It's not Wheel of Fortune. It's a high fantasy show. Wheel of Fortune. Why? Wait, why? Is it the Wheel of Time? Is that what it's called? It's like a magical fantasy show based on a book series that's like Amazon or whatever. Why, Caleb? You can't ask me a question and simultaneously drown me. What is this? Why? Oh, so much water. A cat I lived with saying if he didn't behave, what if we make a scarf? I never did, but the little frick was a menace. Oh my god. Oh my god. Why? Snuffle, please. Oh my god. Why, Chad, why do you corrupt everyone new? What is it? What is it that you feel gives you the authority to just corrupt every new person that comes along, just to make them instantly also desire to drown your poor boy? What gives you the gall? Oh my god. Oh, sweet Jesus. Poor orphan boy. Now, what do you mean orphan? When did I ever say I was an orphan? Wait, where's the orphan moniker coming from? What do you mean? Is there something I don't know? We don't want you to be thirsty, that's all. Oh yeah, I believe you. I believe you, honest I do. Oh, I need to grab, Stone! No malintent? Oh my god. Napoleon, you weren't always an orphan. What do you mean I wasn't always an orphan? I'm not an orphan now! What does that mean? Good God. If only there was this much collaboration on the Celeste stream. No, thank God there wasn't. I would have ended in rage. Oh my God. 61, okay, I'm part of chat 0.5%, so I feel like I have some authority. I had to rephrase that 1% to 5% specifically because of you. Oh my God. Why? Because I'm the 6%. Is that it? I was gonna say, Edward, I don't think you're part of that 6%. Not that I'm a betting man, but, you know. Oh my God. You kidding me? I got no stone collected? Gabagool. All right, we'll just go up this way. We'll go back up a little bit. We'll go back. We'll go right up to like here. Right up to, yeah, right here. Perfect. This is exactly where I always intended to. A mine was always meant to exist here. You know, it's always been meant to have come right here. So you know, this is nothing new. Do I even have torches? Oh my God, I do. Oh, the planning on the bullion part. The planning, the infrastructure. It's beautiful. Truly, it's beautiful. Hey, I was hydrating you during Celeste because you needed the break from Baby Rage. Oh my God, Mirror Temple. It is so long of a section, not my fault, chat fault. Oh, listen. I was not Baby Rage. How dare you? How dare you? We don't speak of that clip, by the way. We don't speak of the clip. That's illegal. I can't believe you put that. Anyway, I said we should never speak of it again. Oh my God. I said don't speak about it again. Oh my God, I'm not Slurp Boy, please. Yeah, dance, Slurp Boy, dance. Oh my God. Good Lord. The pain that I have wrought from ever streaming. He was Baby Red. No, I wasn't! Who says I wasn't 6% at one point? I mean, fair enough, but at a certain point you lose that card, my friend. And it, so far as I've ever been made aware, you left that percentage. So I mean. Oh my God! Why? Oh my God. There's some wild. I can't believe I didn't clip any of me. Listen, L plus ratio. L plus ratio, no clips. L. Good. I'm glad. I'm thrilled. I am thrilled with how little clips there are of the Celeste streams. It's never a good. I always forget clips exist. I always presume, you know, this will be lost to the ether and never seen. Oh my God. This is so weird. I am neither of those things. I am neither of those things. How dare you? Gatekeeping heterosexuality. Listen, you know, gatekeep Goyle boss. What can I say? It's just the way it goes. You know, inflation's crazy these days. It's crazy. So like, you know, it used to be that you could just make. It used to be you could with like $2 you could get, I don't know, anything you want. But nope, not anymore. L plus ratio. Bop, 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 bop. When Slope was 600 points. I remember when it was 300 points. Oh my God. Back in my day. I'm still so mad MJ didn't take my name suggestion for one clip. What was the name suggestion? Oh my god. Oh no, what was it? Do I want to know? Do I wish to be aware of this? I hate it here. I hate it here so much. Oh, so I'm not who said I was a city boy? Oh my god. You guys, you know, one of these days, you know, I'll be able to prove it somehow. I'll do like a Tom Scott video from like the edge of the world. It'll be perfect, and I'm like, this is where I'm from. This right here has been where I've always been from. What? Yeah, that's probably enough for now. Naps Tom Scott. True. True. Valid and true. Oh no, it's nighttime. Why is it night time? That's not allowed. That's no good. Leave me alone, zombie man. Nap is Tom Scott, so true. That's a city boy thing. What's a city boy thing? I have never. No, I said I went to Subway. You know, the restaurant, the Subway shop. That's where I went. That's what I meant. You can't prove otherwise. L plus ratio. I enjoy Subway subs. That's all. I'm a big fan of Subway subs. You know? That's all I meant. I just enjoy Subway subs. There's nothing wrong with that. Oh my god. That was a question if he even suggested it. Honestly, valid. hot and valid take. Like you know, you're not wrong. You're not wrong, King. Because he would have good reason for it. He would. If he told you that you should do it, he would have valid reason. He would have been like, oh, and here's why. And you'd be like, oh, of course, King. That just makes sense. Ow! Why? Why? Don't do that. That was rude. That was uncalled for. Oh my god. I am not a slut boy nor a little baby man. I'm not 5'7", nor am I 13. Oh my god. I don't count. Oh my god. I hate it here. I hate it here so much. In my professional opinion, you are already about half with Gen 6, 7, a select 0 chance. You play it core or farewell. I think you could beat it next stream if you give it your all. Oh my god. If I give it my thanks. Gee, thanks. Very kind. He enjoys that to start with as like so as oh my god. Yeah, exactly. Those and never mind. Never mind. You know, that's all. That's all. I can revoke fate. Love me some things that start with S is all, you know, it is. What? He's like right over there. Soup's great, man. Do you not enjoy Soup? He's like one of my favorite villagers. What's wrong with Soup? Oh, I guess Star Wars too. That too. Yeah, I also like Star Wars. But also Soup. Soup is right over there. That's not an important. That is a terrible French question. That is a terrible French term. Never use it. Oh my God. Caleb, why? What did I do? What? So the roof's done up there. I need to. Oh, and then here, let me just. Let me make some stairs. Perfect. Alright. And we'll come around here. It's perfect. Just as it needs to be. It's exactly how it needs to be. And la 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 la. What? Oh, no. I'm trying to be sneaky, little sneaker. I pledge to follow the code of goblin chivalry, engage in sneakery in all of its forms. A good year, a great year, honestly. It was pretty solid, man. You know, can't complain. Great year. There should be 3 in between the two. Okie dokie, 3 in between. 1, 2, 3. And then it should be 1, 2, 3. Alright, whap. Perfect. So that's gonna be where that side sits. Rand, what did you do? Don't you remember I told you it was on Caleb, I'd win, man. I'm sorry. Elvis ratio, I'd win. It would be so easy. It would be infinitely easy. In fact, I would obliterate you. You don't even begin to understand. You would be simply destroyed. The list of offenses is so long, and a string woven by the fates isn't long enough to encompass my rage and the amount of suffering I have planned for you. I am simply not even concerned. That's the thing. I'm not even concerned. I just know that I'll be fine. I just know not only will I be fine, I'll be thriving. I'm gonna do so well. I'm gonna do so good. I don't even gotta worry about it. That like lift things unless it's people. No, lifting people's fun. Why would that not be fun? That can be fun. I mean, it's a little more complicated to like curl people, because like, you know, they tend to not put their mass all into like they don't curl in on themselves well enough to like get their mass typically down pat for that. But like, you know, overall, it's not that difficult. You just gotta make sure that you keep your balance while doing it, because it's a bit more of an unwieldy like thing to pick up. Love confidence, good for you. Hey, listen, pal. I'm more than just confident. I'm assured. I'm assured. You know, I know my own abilities. You know, I just know. I know what I'm all about. You know, I don't gotta worry about it. Yeah, it's easy. Bap. Talking to an app is like talking to a lamp genie sometimes. What does that mean? What does that mean? He builds ships Lego, but it has delicate hands. Listen. That is not an accurate representation of me, all right? Just cause the camera made my wrists look small does not mean they are small. It was a matter of it's just what the camera did. It's not what that doesn't actually like portray what my wrists truly do or do not look like. That's just what the camera made look. To kids, that's also not. Listen, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson probably sneezes like that too, man. You've no idea. They're not dating. Listen. Oh my god. I have just incredible. Listen. Burt Reynolds cowers. You know what I mean? Like, I would just obliterate any and all comers. I'd just obliterate. I'd just fight them, just knock out. It'd be easy. Wait, you got a kid? I do not. That is a lie. I do not have a kid. Oh my god. That is a lie fabricated by one side of chat that they like to perpetuate for no reason, because I don't sneeze like that. All right? Listen. Oh my god. They need a small face. No, they're not. They're not. Listen, just because you guys decided to meme it that way, you're trying to rewrite history. They did not look that small. You're trying to make it seem that way. You're trying to make it seem that way when in fact that's just because you all know that I in fact would be able to crush you. That's the problem here. You're just not willing to admit the fact that you know your boy is easily able to just obliterate anybody in chat. I'd win, man, hands down. Not a problem. Oh my god. I mean, the original play was but a little lad. Makes sense. One, he wasn't, and two, I'm not. Oh my god. I don't think we'd make that up. He must have been small. Oh my sweet Jesus. Here he goes. Okay, MJ. Okay, listen. That's okay, sweet. Oh my god. Whatever you have to tell yourself. You listen to me. Oh my god, sweetheart. All right, yeah, sure, pal. Shut up. Oh my god. Stupid. I'm out of the smooth stuff. I'd have to sit like I do for GLaDOS, and I'm not about that life. Oh my god. There's gonna be a TwitchCon. There's gonna be a TwitchCon in future, and you guys are gonna eat your words. You guys are gonna show up to that TwitchCon. It's gonna be, you know, like. I could be Superman. I could be the next Henry Cavill. You know, I know his name's Cavill, but I thought it was funny to say Cavill. You have no idea, all right? You got no idea what I'm working with. I would lay yous out. You got no idea. Bop, boom, pow. They'd be automatopoeias in the air. Oh my god. So stupid friggin'. Is it? Can you stop for a second? Thank you. Good golly, Miss Molly. Can you chill? You know, actually, I need to put this. Well, here, I can just chuck it into there. Yeah, let me pull that way. That, because that'll really quickly get by. You didn't have to tell yourself. Oh my god, this is really the motivation. I need to go to the gym again. It is the I will crush you. You have no idea. I'm out here fighting cops, small Napoleon, easy win. I am not small. Oh my god. Take my second husband's name out your mouth. Okay, listen, pal. Oh my god. He wishes. You listen. What's he got that I don't? British? That's it. Warhammer Fantasy, way better than 40k. You know, easy clap. Easy. My god. Caleb, why are you fighting Cup French manifestation, revolt, and all that? Oh my god. I recently received a custom-made 30-pound full metal sledgehammer. Ayo, Pog? What you sledging? What are you sledging, Anything cool? Anything Pog? Anything just neato? I don't watch the news. The only thing I saw was Paris protest. Hammer. Oh my god, nothing at all yet. Still snowy out. Build a snowman. Sledge the snowman. Ice him out, man. It's easy. My god. Unbelievable. Henry has so much going for him, like the fact I know what he looks like and never had to interact with him. Oh my god. It's so true, King. Oh man, he has so much going for him. Like the fact that I've never had to interact with him and therefore he can just be as my mind makes him. You know? I'm sure that's great. Oh my god. Oh yeah, there was like an election in Finland today too. That was wild. Or like yesterday or whatever. So hopefully any finishers out there, you know, hope that worked out how you wanted it to. I heard your government fell apart or lost or something. Do you guys remember, like, I don't know, eons ago when the Belgian government just collapsed? That was kind of wild. Not gonna lie. I remember just hearing like, oh yeah, their government collapsed. I was like, what? What do you mean? The same way you think Rihanna will listen to your Minecraft lore. Rihanna will listen to my Minecraft lore. What do you mean? Oh my god. I bet Rihanna plays Minecraft. You've no idea. You've no idea. But in fairness, I mean, like, one of us is talking about an easier thing in that scenario there, Edward. Like, one of us is talking about someone who is, like, married with kids. So, you know. I'm sure she plays Minecraft. She probably does. She probably plays it with her kids. She has kids, right? That's a thing, right? I'm like 90% sure. I actually don't know that much about Rihanna. I think it's just a good bit to, like, I just think it's a good bit, to be honest. I'll be genuine with you. I don't know that much. That's because, well, never mind why it is. Napoleon shout out during the Super Bowl. So true, King. So true. She was like, Napoleon, let's go. That's what she said, too. Exactly like that. Snap just went from talking about collapsing governments to trumpet noises in a flash. Wait, is it lagging? It seems to be... Yeah, no, it's steady bit rates for me. Are you guys experiencing lag? No exam for me. Oh, let's go! No exams! Well, I hope you're also just, you know, like, staying safe, because, you know, I would like you to not be in danger, Caleb. That would not be good. That would not be poggers. I would not wish to hear about that. The only person allowed to put you in danger is me. In a video game, Twitch, you know, in a video game. In the Thunderdome. Lifelong fan, that Napoleon. Oh my god. See, you guys, yeah, you guys don't ever, like, I might know who Edward's second husband is, but none of you will ever know anything about me, because helpless ratio, I get to keep the upper hand. Oh, I do need this cobble. All right, sick. Automod, what? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't see anything automodded. I think you just got a glitched little message there. Glitched little message there, Palerino. Woo! Ah, no, why? Just on my head, it's W the hospital. Is it, I could receive you there. What? Killer, are you okay? Oh my good gracious. I hope you're alright. What? Chad, what is with you guys in hospitals? What's with you guys? You can see my first husband if you join the Discord. So true, King. Ashton, my beloved. Oh man, he got his he's gotten his sorceress abilities have really started to come in now, and I got to have a really cool little session. In the most recent session, he's Ashton's really been more or less. Did he survive? He did survive. He did. And not only did he survive in some downtime that he had in the city that they've liberated. It's been really a whole long list. Wait, who died then? Apparently just an NPC. So all good. I mean, not good for that NPC, but like, you know, we're gonna try to get them revived by their god. You know, it's fine. Not like we're not wasting the diamond, but you know, like if. Oh my god. But yeah, the only one who can put in danger is me. Also, don't worry, I was detained, but they had nothing because I gaslit. Oh my god. I just said I'm gonna rock'em sock'em your robots, pal. That's totally different. But no, what I was gonna say, yeah, so not Edward, good lord. Ashton, has been just absolutely vibing out for the last little bit, you know, and he's been trying to determine what in good googledy-moogledy is happening to him, because he's having magic develop, and he's never really had much magic, and so he's a little concerned by that. And I got to have a really fun little I like developing magic systems in worlds, and D&D is really fun for like developing it differently in every single world kind of thing. And it's fun to like talk to characters kind of thing, like, so both some NPCs but also the other players, because we have in the party, we have like a bard and a warlock and a a wizard and a cleric and a rogue, that a psionic rogue kind of thing. So it's like really interesting to get to speak with them and be like, yeah, so your magic, what's all that about? Like, how does that work for you? It's just such a fun little like question that you get to ask in D&D sometimes, because you get to find some really interesting answers for maybe how your character perceives their magic, what they did to get their magic, that you don't always think of in the character creation point. You know what I mean? Like, and it brings the DM side into things too. It's like, okay, so how do bards work in your world? It's like, do they need to have gone to a college? Like, do they need to have gone and been trained at a bardic college to be able to actually perform like with bardic magic, or is it something that just anybody can kind of learn? Or for wizards, is that like a very lone sought out practice? Is it not? How many, like, are sorcerers common or uncommon? You know what I mean? Yo, Weeb King, dude, what's up, man? We talk about D&D stuff. We are. I mean, we're talking about a little of everything, but that is what we recently switched to. Yeah. So I'm here for support. Oh well, I'm glad that you're okay, and I hope all the best. And you know, good on you for being supportive, dude. Moral support, the best kind of support. Outside of like maybe like Reinhardt, but that's different. Oh my god. D&D and bullying nap the usual. Why? Why is it the usual though? What did I do to have this become the usual? I played a bard at one time. I was a player in D&D, and it was pretty fun. Yo, Pog! No, I played a druid. Oh, well, that's not a bard at all. We don't have a druid. We do have a ranger, but they were not there that day, so I just wasn't able to talk to them. But yeah, I don't know. I love that kind of stuff. I love getting to like explore and think on and collaborate with people on, like, you know, what their ideas of the origins of their powers are and where those come from. You know what I mean? It's just cool. Why'd I say bard? I don't know, man. That's a you problem. Me buckaroo. But how you been, Weeb King? You been well? You've been keeping well? Hopefully life's been kind to you and all is healthy and well and the like. Honor and glory, right? Oh my god, you so true, King, so true. Oh my god. Why are you doing the bidding of other people? Chatters, why? Don't become a hive mind. Oh my god. I'm playing D&D tonight. Ayo, Pog. Wait, what do you play? Like, what's your character? I don't know if I know this. Playing as a rogue, which is not my usual character type. Ooh, what kind? Are you already like? Are you at a level 3 with a subclass, or are you like just a bit lower level or something like that? Okay, so that's gonna be that and then that. All right, perfect. Eh. Level 2, this is only the second session. Okay, so do you know what you think you'll want them to be? Like, do you want to be like a mastermind rogue, swashbuckler, thief, assassin, just a cool guy? Imagine if that was a subclass, just cool guy. Oh man, I need to see the new D&D movie. I really do want to. I really do want to. I intended to see it this weekend when it opened, but then, you know, one thing led to another and I wasn't able to. But man, I haven't played in 3 years. You gotta get back into it. You gotta find a group. They do occasionally, actually, Lemon Bees occasionally, it's mostly Pink, but some other people will occasionally, and anybody, by the way, chatters, there's no, like, nothing is stopping anybody. Always feel free to use the Discord for this kind of purpose, but yeah, like, Pink will occasionally run little one-shot D&D groups, so like that always seems like a grand old time that I do know a number of y'all have partook. So yeah, stuff like that's always really cool. So how about that Minecraft? Oh man, it's so sick. It's so sick. I think it's so neat. Just because, like, I can already see a one-shot where Free the End as a one-shot. That's so sick. But even beyond that, like, that's just a fun little thing. Like, I'd throw some of those, like, I'd throw creepers into, like, the Fae. I would genuinely just be like, it's gonna be Feywild. Or like an Enderman that's gonna, like, blink around and take your stuff. Like, that's so sick. That's so easily integratable into so many different worlds. Cool guy. Me start off with, like, charisma's buff. Oh my god. Just small little lore and bits that are like real in D&D right now. Yo. Wait, why? Am I missing something with those slabs and I didn't realize? Were those slabs? Let me make one little thing of slabs just first. No, then I'll know. I'll know if these are slabs. Did I put slabs? No, those are whack. I just misaligned it. I was watching D&D crossover announcement, and I'm so into. Dude, it's so cool. It's so sick. There's like so many little things. Also, it's designed by, for those that don't know, like, so. Oh my god. It's designed by Chris Perkins, who, for those that don't know, Chris Perkins is one of, in my opinion, the actual best designers at Wizards of the Coast, who's still at Wizards of the Coast kind of thing. Like, I genuinely just think he has a great mind, is basically the best word for it, for D&D. I think he not only cares, but I think he really gets it. Don't get me wrong, like, it's not that the other designers are bad per se, it's just there's lots of, like, especially when you've played D&D for a long time, like, you start to see how the current 5th edition system is not great in a lot of ways. Like, there's a lot of problems with it, because it was originally made as just a legacy system. Like, it was not intended to become as popular as it is. Like, 5e was launched and was not intended to become this super uber popular version of D&D. It wasn't. It was just being launched as kind of a legacy thing. It's just too bad. Oh my god. The first bard pirate almost died because of a rival and set up a trap with a pirate. Name of the crew because of the captain. The first and second bait are by. But we managed to force the rival to flee. Let's go! Oh my god. Victory. Good, great. I love D&D stories, man. They're so fun. They're so enjoyable in all levels. What's wild is, so, like, my DM, because there's so many, like, there just are so many players, I guess, at our table. Like we're a group of 7. So because like the balance is never going to be great, they always just throw like at this, and we're all fairly seasoned players at this point. They throw stuff at us that they've genuinely before been like, yeah, I don't know if you'll survive. I've no idea. Part of what's good about that though is that they're very open about that. So at the very least, we do know that like if we think we should cut and run, we will. But like, it's also this thing where it's just like, wow, okay, so if that went wrong, like if any of those things went wrong, boy howdy, was that gonna go bad? Oh man. Sonic Hedgehog game. Did we? Oh yeah, Ray was talking about that. Ray was talking about the murder mystery Sonic game. It sounds pretty cool. I might check it out. Maybe that'll be a sub goal. Probably be the current sub goal in a second. I mean, the current sub goal is currently sub games, but we could change it if that's where there's more interest. If there's far more interest in having like the Sonic game be played, then yeah, we can absolutely just change it to that. I didn't even make it into slabs. I'm an idiot. Yeah, let me just let me just set some of those things there. Bit. I'm probably gonna need more than 36. Also, level 20 campaign, so is it is fun. Oh man, oh yeah, oh yes, I forgot about that aspect. Yeah, man, oh man, level 20 campaign are wild, like they're insane, and people always talk about like, oh, it's not balanced. I'm like, yeah, that's the point. The point is it is not balanced. You get good. I love that it's not balanced. That's like my favorite aspect of it. That. No, why would I ever want that? Why did you do that to me? Why? Why? Why would you? Why? Because we're like almost god like pirate famous and all, bad rep. We stop at a port, people flee. As they should, King. As they should. They need to be ready to be absolutely ransacked when the fellas come to town. Like, bah. I don't know the name of your crew. Oh wait, no, you said your crew. Wait, your crew's the pirates? Is that the name of the crew? Back in high school, I ran a campaign without character sheets and only a D20. It was hilarious. Oh my god, the absolute mayhem that must have been. I miss D&D. I miss shiny clicky clacky math rocks. See, it's so funny because so yeah, I'm sure you've all heard of the various versions of D&D players there are. You know, there's the there's the player that's you know, like they'll buy like they'll buy or borrow, they'll buy one set of dice, that's all they'll ever have, or maybe they'll like borrow a set here and there. They'll be like, oh, can I borrow your dice? Like that's it, that's all they do. Or there's those that'll buy like maybe three or like they'll buy a set for every character they play, and it'll just be like the set is for that character. That's what I am. That me. I buy sets for characters. And then, as Caleb pointed out, there's the absolute dice goblin that love click clack math rock and just and just no holds bars is constantly just dumping all the money into the dice. It blows me away. Novelty, oh my god, not the novelty dice. One of the players at my table literally like is he and like he and another girl at our table were both competing for so long. Like, it started like he got a set of dice that was quite small, probably about half the size of like usual dice, like the usual standard dice set, you know what I mean? So it was pretty small. It was a pretty small set of dice, and it was like, haha, small dice. And then 2 weeks later, she showed up with an even smaller set of dice, a quarter of a size, and it went back like they started like they were fighting over who could find, like, not really fight, but you know what I mean, like they were constantly trying to get to the comic book stores first, like going all over just to all the different, like, just to try to find somebody who's selling a smaller set of dice. And they would always try to show up with one-upping each other with a smaller set, until eventually, like, it was looking like she'd won, and it was like, well, I don't know. There's no way he finds a smaller set. There's no way this man goes in 3D prints his own dice, not for use, just so they're smaller. Oh my god, it was iconic. He came in, they're like so tiny. You need a magnifying glass to be able to read them. You genuinely need a magnifying glass to be able to read these dice. And it's insane. It blows me away every time. Anyway, so they're dating now. You know, I guess that's just the way that works. Turns out their constant bickering and arguments over dice, I guess it was a prelude to something else. Oh my god. Hey man, I don't know. It's how it worked out. Tale as old as time, I guess, you know? Constantly fight over who has the smallest dice. Who knew people interacting? Yeah, who knew people being competitive with one another could actually eventually, like, just almost over the top levels of competitive with each other. They would make everything a competition. Would eventually just become like, you know, a couple. And they're like, actually, what if? I don't even know. Like, yeah. Every day I go to work at Spencer's and I'm tempted to buy weird dice and sell there. Oh my god. You should. You simply should. It's honestly, it's required by law. You see weird dice, you gotta buy them. It's the law. But yeah, I mean, good Lord, Lemon. But no, it just, I don't know. They I guess they just clicked. Good for them. Good for them. Who says love doesn't win, you know? They decided, oh my god, we're so competitive with one another. What if we just, you know, dated? Turns out, competitiveness, great building block for a relationship. Love does bloom on the battlefield. So true, King. Oh my god. It's like watching one of those, what do you call it? Like, I don't know, like a sports movie where the two people are just competitive constantly, and you're like, oh no, what's this gonna lead to? You might be saying to yourself, nah, isn't that scaffolding over there? Shouldn't you be using that to get up? And I'd say, yes, probably. You are probably correct. Oh well, c'est la vie. It's just the way it goes. It just be like that sometimes, you know. It just be like that. Ah. Slowly but surely we build out. Slowly but surely we gain ground. Do I not have any made? No, I don't. Alright, perfect. Oh man, I didn't actually get the chance to see. Did they announce the astronauts for the Artemis mission yet? I know that was meant to happen today, wasn't it? I'm pretty sure it did happen today, didn't it? Might have. Oh, whoever they are, I mean that's huge. That's huge. They must have. They must have announced who was going to be the astronauts for that. Which, like, man, I'm so excited for the Artemis missions, man. There's something about it. I don't know. There's something about going back to the moon that for me it just feels like so interesting and cool and, like, I don't know, hopeful, if that makes sense. There's, like, don't get me wrong, it's not that I'm like, oh, there's nothing better we could spend money on. Like, it's not that. It's not even that I'm like, oh boy, I hope we can do this so we could flee and get away from Earth that we've destroyed. It's not that either. It's like so many scientific advancements came out of the fact that we were trying to go to the moon the first time. And I think very much the same will happen again. Like, when you're trying to do things in space, you really gotta, like, fully prove and test and make things to be able to do that. People are going back to the moon. Yep. We're going back to the moon, and this time to stay. They're going to be setting up a lunar colony. People are going to live on the moon within the next couple years, and then we're going to build a launch pad on the moon to then launch off to go to Mars, and then, like, which is going to be the ultimate goal, and then we are going to colonize on Mars. So we're currently looking to establish a colony on the moon. That colony will be permanent. It'll be a permanent setup. Because, you know, because eventually, like, the ISS is gonna eventually come down. Is getting decommissioned in the next couple of years, for a whole host of reasons. But so, like, the International Space Station is getting decommissioned, and we will be moving onward into what you call it, moon rock, moon go, making a colony on the moon, and that colony will be Artemis. Which is why it's called Artemis, because Apollo was the first set of missions. Artemis colony missions. Yeah, have we not talked about? I swear to God, I talked about this when the James Webb Telescope went up. Then again, you know, chat. Like, I understand not everybody's always in chat, but still, yeah, no, it's so cool. It's genuinely so sick. Is this in a game? I'm so good. No, in real life. Like today. Chat. 1 second. 1 second. You know what? I'm just bringing it up. I'm gonna show you this video. It's like. I'm gonna see if I'm gonna show you the Artemis mission information, but they have announced the crew today. Oh, there it is. Oh my God, 4 astronauts picked for the first crewed mission in 50 years. We could do that later, but because that's so sick. It's genuinely so cool. This is probably a fine way to do it. Alright, here, one second, chat. 1 second. Alright, then bring that back. Set that up like that. Oh, let me pause the music. Alright, and I'm gonna set it to main. Actually, what's it? We're back on. Be right back for a second.
We are going.
We're going, Chad!
The history of this
We're going!
Is marked with broken barriers, once viewed as impossible.
We're going!
With science fiction turned reality. With innovations that have spun industries all their own. And with demonstrations
of
peace for all humankind.
Peace for all of humankind!
We soar in the skies of our home planet. We maintain a human presence just outside of gravity, and we touch points all across the solar system.
That's the head of NASA, by the way.
We're going back to the moon.
We're going back!
This is why.
Baby! And here's why.
The moon is a treasure trove of science.
It holds opportunities for us to make discoveries about our home planet
I should say, by the way, the reason that some of these are over Zoom is because this is an international effort that's not just like NASA. Like, yes, NASA's leading it, but like more specifically, it's also involving groups from like, you know, like Germany and the UK and Canada and Japan and all those other things. Like, it's a very international effort.
About our sun and about our solar system.
The wealth of knowledge to be.
I mean, in fairness, MJ, he's been to the moon. Like that guy has been to the moon. Of course, he felt cool.
Will inspire a new generation.
I forget his name off the top of my head, but he is like he was an astronaut of the Apollo missions.
Program and mission NASA has invested in.
Yeah, like he is a former astronaut who has now become the head of NASA. Because he also has degrees to be the head of NASA. It's not just like, oh, he was an astronaut. But no, I forget his name off the top of my head. But yeah, he was on the Apollo missions.
Capabilities that have shaped our culture.
The breakthroughs of the Artemis era will define our generation and the generations to follow.
The tens of thousands of jobs associated with propelling us to the moon today are just the beginning of a lunar economy that will see hundreds of thousands of new jobs develop.
It's so cool, man.
This is not an ambition of one entity or one country. The exploration of the moon is a shared effort.
Woven together by a desire for the greater good.
Why the greater good?
Because the missions of tomorrow.
Bill Nelson, that's his name.
The accomplishments of the Artemis generation today.
Because the ambition to go has already begun.
And because Mars is calling. We need to learn what it takes to establish a community.
Mars is calling, better pick it up.
So let's camp close before pushing out.
And so,
Mars is calling.
We go to the moon now, not as a series of isolated missions, but to build a community on and around the moon, capable of proving how to live on other worlds.
Community? Community!
We'll use the lessons from more than 50 years of peaceful exploration to send a new generation to the lunar surface to stay.
We will anchor our efforts on the lunar South Pole to establish the Artemis Base Camp,
positioning us for long-term science and exploration of the lunar surface.
We will prove what it takes to assemble a complex ship in deep space.
Let's go!
We will perfect descending down to...
Part of this, by the way, Chad, part of the reason for them doing this is because, like, so the idea here is by putting this colony on the moon, it will make it easier to then launch to go. One, it gives us practice at setting up colonies more closer to home than because Mars at its closest point is still 2 years of travel to get to with the current technology we have. Like it takes a rocket at its closest point. The fastest we can do is about 2 years of going. You know what I mean? So it takes about 2 years. Ads are annoying. Well, might I suggest Twitch Prime. But yeah, so like the reason that we're doing this is we're going to assemble spaceships now, not to be launched from a ground surface, because so like you guys, if you've ever seen Star Wars, you've probably heard of like ion thrusters and those ideas of like of propulsion. So those are real. We've invented those. Those are not like just science fiction anymore. The trouble is they don't have the lift to get. They have strength, but not the power to lift to get off of a gravitated surface like Earth. Earth's gravity's too strong. So. But they're very good for in space. So if we assemble a rocket in space and we assemble everything where it doesn't need as much propulsion to get off, we can also get going quicker. We can use, and so there's a whole bunch of reasons for launching off of. It's more cost effective too for launching off of the moon, and then also establishing this colony. We can get some good idea of what it means to live in space with lower Earth gravity for a much longer period of time. It gives you a sense of what it takes to live with a colony and what maybe would work or wouldn't work. Because you don't want to be 2 years away and then be like, oh, we should have brought X, or oh, this would actually be really good to have. The moon has less gravity. Exactly, and that's kind of what they're talking about back. Where was that? That was like. I think there, yeah.
Surface. We will prove what it takes to assemble a complex ship in deep space.
We will perfect descending down to and returning from a distant surface.
We will learn.
And that's also like one of the huge things, not that I want to give much credit, like I give zero credit to Elon Musk, I should say. One of the huge reasons though that that his SpaceX is so important is the development of rocket ship technology that can re-land and be refueled and used within like 48 hours. Like it's a technology that it'll land and be able to go again almost within 2 days basically. Which is insane. Like normally that's not the case at all currently outside of that technology. But that kind of technology is very important if you want to start actually setting up effectively space lane travel between planets. And so that's the thing. But that's the thing. Glad Elon's not doing it. That's because this has been reinvigorated to be an Artemis project by NASA and not something by a private company.
How humans can survive and thrive in a partial gravity environment.
First hybrids, exactly.
Designs, mobile habitats, and with reconnaissance robots pre-positioning and relocating supplies.
We will learn how to utilize the resources we find on these other worlds, starting with finding water ice and purifying
Who's that kid?
it to drinkable water.
And refining that.
Oh my God, the kid works for NASA!
We will establish fission power plants on the surface of the moon.
We're establishing power plants on the moon, man! It's so cool! We're actually establishing, we're gonna learn how to harness energy in space, and not just that, there's just so many possibilities for what this will do. Random child. The child itself is probably the guy's kid. This was over Zoom and everything like that. So realistically, as a parent, if you were able to like do this momentous occasion of this is going to be one of the first intro video. This video came out in 2021 or whatever. So it's like, oh, we're gonna put out a promotional video about going back to the moon. You'd put your kid in it if you could, you know.
Capable of supporting a growing community of efforts.
And we will expand the logistics supply chain to enable commercial and international partners
to resupply and refuel deep space outposts.
Deep space outposts? Oh my God, it's so sick.
None of this is simple or easy.
It's not.
But nothing in our history ever has been.
That's true.
Eagle has landed. You got a bunch of guys about to turn blue. We're breathing again. Thanks a lot.
This kind of continuous lunar presence is a natural extension of all that we've learned in low Earth orbit. And what we will accomplish there will ensure the monumental missions to Mars are within reach. As we ready the launch of the first Artemis mission, and as commercial companies ready their lunar landers for the first private payload deliveries,
Kinda hate that.
We,
not gonna lie, kinda really hate that bit. I know it's a necessity. I'm very aware it's a necessity that they require for like funding and a bunch of other reasons, and to keep lobbyists involved because otherwise they'll get defunded. But ooh, I don't like what that means.
Have already begun to take the next step.
Let's go! A lot of these guys, if you've watched other space things that we've done together on this channel, a lot of these people were seen in the James Webb Telescope information as well, which is also so sick. The James Webb Telescope presentations were so cool and still remain. If you haven't been keeping up with James Webb, highly recommend. It's probably the best, next to a Napoleon VII Twitter follow, the best Twitter follow you could probably do on the entire platform is to the James Webb Telescope. You genuinely get so much like astounding information out of it, both for other galaxies and the. You know, listen, it's nearly as good as a Napoleon VII follow. I'm gonna be real with you. It's nearly as good. It's nearly as good. Exactly. It's nearly as good as following Napoleon VII on Twitter. You know what I mean? Best follows. Actually, exactly. Oh my good gracious. Here, I'm just tossing up the be right back screen for a second. But no, it's such an interesting new project that Artemis is like. And by the way, I'll here, actually, you know what? I'm gonna. There's so much to actually go like read and learn about like at their actual site. So like, you know, there's the actual NASA information that goes through, you know, the various spacecrafts they're looking to look at, like various landing systems, all their ideas, all these different things. It's such an interesting program. And genuinely, I am so thrilled and excited that they are pursuing this again. I genuinely do think that one, we can do both. We don't have to, like only focus on Earth and not space at all. You know what I mean? Like we don't have to set it up that. Sorry, I'm just getting things set back up. We absolutely do not have to make it so that we don't want to ever go back to the moon because, you know, that would be kind of lame and like, oh, there's problems at home that we should solve. Absolutely. There are problems at home we should be solving. That is absolutely true. We can do both. We can do both. We're the richest nation in the world. It is possible to do both. And doing both often will lead to better results for both. Genuinely. From Napa's own channel feels illegal. Oh my god. It ain't illegal. What do you mean? What's happening? Oh, Dungeon, we were just discussing the Artemis project, the Artemis rocket project, which just announced which astronauts, which again, by the way, I didn't even read that, by the way. Who are the astronauts? Artemis mission. What is this stupid Doge meme that Elon put forward? What even is that? Oh man, fly him to the moon, NASA astronauts. Oh my god. Sorry, one second.
She's an engineer who got her start at Goddard.
No, well, you know, we probably don't need to watch. We don't need to watch that. Anyway, sorry. I'm opening things for later. Oh my god. Listen, it's so like, imagine being one of the first people in 50 years to go back, not only back to the moon, but to start like a lunar colony. That is so cool. Stupid Twitter icon. Oh my god. Listen, I don't know, man. I don't know what is going on there. They're so stupid. Read soon enough. Got added to the list. Oh, it's so cool, Dunjad. It's so cool. I truly hope that people won't use the moon as a get out of jail card by ignoring Earth problems once we can get out of this. But well, that's the thing. I don't think they will. I think there are enough people concerned with, like, I genuinely, I do not believe that this will be that will be the case. Because we like scientists involved already know that it is easier to fix the Earth than it is to go somewhere else. It's cheaper, easier. All of those things are true. So like, there's no real reason to do it for that reason. Our expansion back to the moon is far more scientifically based. It's way more about learning and gaining knowledge than it is about truly spreading amongst the stars in that way. That's an element to it, and that's the flashy element that people like to hype up. That's a long time away. I don't even know if I'll be alive by the time that we're truly going beyond places like to the point where like regular people could go to these places. I have no idea, but what's important to know is that these kind of things, like these types of missions, lead to so many scientific breakthroughs. It's insane the amount that we do. Should I do psychology or applied sciences? For what? Like just for fun right now, currently? Or like to study? Need to make some brick, just trying to, all right. Two at the top, and then a bunch of brick walls. Brick wall. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. I hear you. I hear you. Are you below me? No, come on. Stop that. Jerk. What an absolute goomba. What a fool. What an ignoramus. One second. Is the music not really... There we go. There we go. Now the music's more playing. Yeah, both actually. I got things to do with both. I cannot choose. Psychology. I choose psychology. Now this may seem silly, but I promise you, it is adding detail. It's adding detail to the build so that from a distance, it doesn't just look like a plain flat brick wall. It looks like it's got little nooks and crevices and the like. So it's great. But oh man, I don't know, like like going back to the moon, all of the, like, this reinvigoration of the space program is genuinely, like, it makes me so happy. It really does. God forbid you add detail in the post. What do I add detail in the post builds? What do you mean? Oh my god. I gotta go now. It was a lovely time. Bye, Dabs. Have a good rest of the stream. Bye, chat. Bye, Liveys. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week, dude. It's been great chatting. I get to learn about disorders. Oh, let's go. Well, I hope you conduct your disorderly work well. Get it? Disorderly conduct? Oh! Funny, haha! Funny times! Brick. Alright, let me set these things to cook now. Huh. When I'm winning. Apologize for detail. No, listen. I never know. I never know. Oh my god. But there's something, I don't know, man. There's something about going back to the moon. There's something about, like, going back to pursue these projects and really invigorating a program to actually want to see scientific advancement in this kind of time of, like, you know, there's a lot of people really fighting the ideas of science these days. So when you have like this one field able to get the funding and effort and be able to go boldly, you know, to those places we've been to once before, but, you know, well, actually a couple times, but, you know, we've never been there for a colony. I'm also, I really do think it eventually would have been a private corporation to do it anyway. So I'm happy that we're ensuring that it's being done at least through NASA to begin with. You know what I mean? Like, if at the very least we can ensure that much, that's for the best, in my opinion. Not that I don't trust, you know, capitalists, but, well, I don't, so I guess there's that. You know? I'm trying to make Animal Crossing Island cool finally, and I have cool finally, and I have waited for Tom to move anything. Oh, it's annoying. Hey, what's wrong with Tom Nook? He is yet another wonderful capitalist. Tom Nook's the worst. I've never actually played Animal Crossing. I'll be real. I've never played. I didn't get into it during 2020. I never got to see the Joe Biden Animal Crossing Island, man. It's devastating. Never got to be reached out to as the fellow child I am, you know? No one was able to be like, hey, what do you think of these? What do you think about these, fellow kids? Oh my god, like, why, Joe? Why? Who do you think that got a vote? Do you think one person voted for Joe based on the fact he had an Animal Crossing Island? I want to know. I want to meet the person who was like, you know what? I wasn't gonna. But then he made that Animal Crossing Island, and I had to. I just had to, man. I'm gonna go focus on little psychology studies. Bye, bye, Thunjet. Have a wonderful evening, dude. Enjoy the studies. There must be one. Like, there must at least be one person who was like, you know? I wasn't sure at first, but then I saw what he did on an Animal Crossing Island. I think he could really clean up the place. You know, I don't mean to be too bold about it, but I think Joe might have some interesting ideas. Like, that'd be hilarious if that was genuinely someone's reason for voting for Joe Biden. That's just funny. Someone 100% did. Oh my god. I want to know them. I want to know this person. They were like, he just gets me. Joe, we did it. Oh my god. It's rather interesting. Yo, Puck, it's always good when what you're studying is interesting. Oh man. I like that, I don't know if you would have seen this, Caleb, but I do like that I've started to see, there's like an interview that I think's with like Macron about what's been going on, and it's been turned into a TikTok audio. I don't know why it's so funny to me. Just, it's just being used as like this audio now of him like in his interview, and I'm like, whoa, bro. Oh my god, it's killing me. I'm like, my good googledy moogledy. Anything will be a TikTok audio these days. See, look at that. It's looking good already. It's looking not half bad. It's looking not half bad. You think I want to do this reform? Yeah, exactly. That's the exact audio. But no. I like how, no. You think I want to do this reform? No. Go, no. Which I mean, it's just like, it's just French. It's just he's saying it with a French accent, but he's just saying, but it's just the way. It's the je ne sais quoi about how he says it. You know what I mean? It's the it's something about like just the phrasing he's using that I'm like, why do you say it like that? You think I want to do this? No. Like, I'm like, okay, my girl, all right, sure thing, pal. Sure thing, pal. It's the audacity. You think I want this? He says as he stuffs another giant lobbyist payment into his briefcase. You think I want this? No. I would never. I am with the Frenchmen. Please. Oh my god. Oh my god. Also, speaking of like the Finnish election that went on, wildly close. It was like they're doing a runoff between two parties because it was 20.1%, 20.1%, and 19%. And then there's another party that got like another couple percent. But like of the three leading parties, so like the leading part, like the currently in charge party got the 19%, so they're out. But like that is so close. And part of the problem is like, and the original party that this current party had displaced, which was the moderate party, like the centrist party, is whatchamacallit, like yeah, they'd replaced the original centrist party. They were like at 8%, and they used to be huge. So it's like, wow, they've had a real fall from grace then. Who's leading Don? Wait, is that who's involved in the Finnish election? I didn't know that. That's not good. I know there's like a far right and then a conservative party that are now in a runoff. You're just going crazy. Ah, yeah, true. It'd be true, King. That'd be true. And not just Europe. I don't know what you could possibly be referring to. I'm sure there's nothing going on anywhere else. Just Europe. Nowhere else. Crazy times, crazy times. I didn't mean to do that. Oh man. Yeah, and then I want to. Well, here we'll do this one first for now. Oh well. The good news is the Artemis rocket's happening. That's, you know what? Focus on the good stories. You know. There is elements of good to at least be able to focus on. Don't need to look at the others. Yeah, woo, rockets! So I haven't been the streams in a while, and I just today learned you can turn dirt into clay. This could have helped with build a lot. Hey man, That's why you gotta come to the Napoleon the 7th stream, man. I'm just saying. You'll learn little tips and tricks. Oh my god. Oh, it's good to have you, Ray. I hope you've been well. Exactly. At least the bird pirate's doing well. At least the bird pirate's doing well. That's the important bit. And like go like that, and like go like that. Meh, meh. And like so like that. That should be good. I think. Maybe. Who knows? Back, 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 back. Oh man. And in other cool news, which I was discussing on the last Celeste stream, is that like so currently the Smithsonian's offering like a couple $1 million to anyone who can solve the what's the word I'm looking for? Can translate some Roman scrolls, because they have a bunch of old Roman texts that they have yet to be translated. Oh, like dozens and dozens of scrolls. But, like these scrolls could hold answers of like. So currently we only have 2 great epics of Troy, but we know of 5. We know 3 of these scrolls are those epics, potentially. Or could be, sorry. We know 5 existed. We don't know if these scrolls are those. I misspoke. But they could be. And if they are, then we could get absolutely like new third, like oh my god, new Troy dropped. Like, oh my god. As well as like, we might get texts of like Aristotle. Like, for instance, what a lot of people don't realize about people like, for instance, Aristotle, if you've ever heard of his name, he was a philosopher in ancient Greece. We don't actually have any of his official texts. Everything you've ever learned about Aristotle is basically based off of like his notes. Troy 2 Electric Boogaloo. Well, that's the thing. We might either like gain new knowledge, or like they might be more quote unquote serious texts that don't include stuff about like cyclopses and the like. Maybe they'll just triple down on that. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe they'll just get crazier. They'll be like, and not only was there a cyclops, the gods themselves came down, and we'll be like, huh? We could get cool new information, new texts, information of more information about empires that might have existed. Greater confirmation. We're pretty confident we know where Troy is / was, but this could also give information regarding that. Information regarding the idea of Atlantis. We only have one or two real scrolls that have ever, well, a few more than that really, but like only a few major works that truly reference the idea of Atlantis. So we could learn if that was the case, if there truly ever was someplace like an Atlantis. You know what I mean? Not that it probably would have been the like mythical type of place that we hear about, but you know what I mean. Like it very well could be the case that it was a place that existed. Get away from me, you beast! You brute! Why'd I fall? That's not allowed. It's illegal. Don't they know? I'm Napoleon the 7th. I'm not allowed to fall. So yeah, no, there's really cool things happening right now, basically. Is the gist of what I'm getting at. There's really cool things happening, and I think that is deserving of some notoriety. All right, I used up all my brick. That's cool. That's fine. Who cares? Why? No, why? Let me climb. Oh man. don't know if it looks as good from the front. I think that those sidings do look good. Like if I come back for a little bit here, I think that siding does look good on the sides with the little bit that juts out. Like, yeah, like I think that does look like a pretty cool side. It doesn't need glass. Like, none of those have their glass in them yet. So, but I think that does look kind of cool in and of itself. I think that's like a neat way of making that. But like, I think it's a solid start, but it does need something a little more. I think there needs to be a little more something, and maybe it's just more like trim around the edges, like barrels and stuff back here, a little loading area. And then internally it needs more, it needs to actually have its system built in. I think that's gonna be the next major thing that we do here. Which maybe, you know what we should do? Maybe that's a good idea. Okay, I do have some, not a whole lot. This is not going to be obviously where they finally sit, but we should start moving some things from the actual homestead out to a place like this. And we'll do that, and then we'll do that. We can put that and that there. Birch can go there. Dark oak. Dark oak. Block of cow and we'll do some odds and sods in this one. Cause why not? Why not? Because yeah, I think now I want to start to get that move. Because again, I want this to be a giant item, not just an item sorter, but also just like a storage place. Because I think it's about high time that we began to move some stuff out of the basement of the actual what will be the castle, until such a time that we might move some of it back in for ease of use and the like. And we might make 2 item sorters. That one might just become an old one we don't use anymore after. But I want the castle to be kind of built before I would be able to put in an item sorter. And I just think it's gonna be a bit tight to try to keep going into like an old basement to try to get items and the like. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So why not? Make the big move, pull off the band-aid, burn down the house, who cares? It is what it is, Bah. Oh man, I still really am, but I talked a little bit about this last stream, but I still really am a bit bummed about E3. I don't know, it really just was this. Maybe I'm like the only person here who actually bothered to like watch E3 a lot, but I watched it all the time. Like I was like, I don't know, I was in like elementary school or whatever, and I'd be like watching like people who I looked up to as YouTubers and like play test some early games or get these access and get to do all these cool like interesting new things. And it was cool, man. It was really interesting. And they'd often make really interesting content around it because they'd do like a road trip to go there, like just a road to E3 kind of thing. It would just be this really, I don't know, it'd be this great little time. And obviously, like, that's very different from probably actually going to it. I do know and understand E3 became like the city of lines. You know what I mean? Like, you're like 2 hours here just to get into the convention, and then you're like an hour for any line that you might, at least for any line that you might actually care about. So it's like, I get it for a minute. That's the thing, is it's like, I get it. I definitely get it. The idea that it's like, we don't really need E3 anymore. And like, all the individual like publishers really do just do their own digital direct thing. And that's the thing. Funny enough, you know, I always see people clown on groups like Sony for doing something like a little more like artistic or whatever. Like when they'll have musicians play music of or whatever for different for games that are up and coming and stuff like that before the game's actually out, obviously, so nobody knows anything. But like in announcing games, like for Ghost of Tsushima, they had somebody play on like an old-fashioned Japanese flute kind of thing to really set the mood and tone and everything like that, and it's like a performance in advance of the trailer being shown. But that's so cool. I love when companies try to do something like artistic with what they're doing. Not that games aren't artistic in and of themselves, but I think it's cool. But not everybody obviously, but so many people always just get so, I don't know, impatient and like clown on the idea, and I'm like, what is wrong with you? Like, why do you hate fun? Why do you hate like people who worked for years on a project wanting to like slowly get into it and slowly unveil what they've developed? And like, yeah, I get it, you want the showcase to like, come here, pick it up, but like, wow, calm down. That's so dope. Exactly. Or like with The Last of Us 2, they only let a small audience come, but the audience got to sit in effectively a recreation of like I think it's like a town hall kind of like dance that the game opens with like Ellie, and then being like at this kind of dance. It's not a spoiler, by the way, it's literally from trailers. So yeah, but they also open with like a guitar, like a proper playing of a song that becomes, I'm not gonna spoil anything, quite important in the plot of that game. What on earth did I come back to? Oh, we're talking about so I'm not sure how familiar you are not with like E3 and stuff like that, but I'm a little bummed. I'm bummed that it's like, obviously I get it. It wasn't really needed anymore. It was gonna be. It's kind of lived its purpose. I mean, the original purpose of E3 was not even to be a convention for the public. Like, its purpose originally was to tell investment people, like, oh, here's the new technology coming out this year. Like, that's what it was for originally, and that's not needed. And then games either can just immediately be launched on, like, put online that it's a trailer, or if you want to do something, like, the big studios just do their own thing now, so they don't have to worry about being, like, at the same location or venue. Oh. But beyond that, Edward, what I was talking about was how like something I really like that groups like Sony have done is they really try to set the tone for games that they're going to do, often with like an artistic performance of something, be that like music from the game in advance, just to kind of show what, like, set the feel for what this next game being shown off will be, or anything like that. And so in doing that, they often bring on performers. But it's so often when these are happening, all you'll see online is people just rip it, which is so weird to me. They're just ripping it, just being like, why, get to the game already, this is stupid and boring. And I'm like, what is wrong with you, man? Like, I don't know, maybe I just like that side of games more than most people. I have no idea. Maybe I really enjoy getting to see the people who worked for like 5+ years talk about like really get to unveil the game. I genuinely do feel words like cringe really did bring a like reverse the amount of brain cells people have. Like, I don't know, it's like, not that it never applies, I get it, but it really does feel like there's somebody who like just instantly will be like, hey, boo, cringe, and I'm like, what are you saying? Because it was so cool. Or they'll do like I think Microsoft at one point with Xbox did like a semi-Cirque du Soleil showing before a game was unveiled kind of thing. And that stuff's so cool, man. I get it, you're watching it to learn about games and all these other things, but it's so cool. No way, Rare Breed and Napoleon stream, let's go! What? I know, right? That's crazy. That's bonkers. How you doing, dude? Hopefully good, hopefully good. Hope life's been treating you well since you last spoke. Hope everything's been going as you've intended and life's been kind to you, man. And then we put that up there. So, and we'll put that. Oh, I guess we gotta put that there. All right, so that'll be like that. And then we'll put brick down this way, or maybe we should do it this way. That makes more sense. Oh man, how are you? I'm good. It's been so long since we've seen each other. Oh my good gracious. I'm good, man. I can't complain. We were just talking about some E3 stuff, but then also the earlier we were talking about like the Artemis rocket stuff and all that other stuff. So, you know, I've been chilling. Space is being pog, and that's all that's all I need in life. I just need space to absolutely be popping off. Space programs, my beloved. They're so cool. Don't get me wrong, I have zero mind for anything science related in terms of like actually applying myself to it. But in terms of hearing about it, oh man, I love it. But also, Edward, you are so true. There is zero nuance on the internet. But that doesn't mean I can't be sad that there is zero nuance. I want nuance. You're not allowed to eat the hardcore world. How dare you? I'll get the spray. I'll get the little spray bottle. You're not gonna like it if I do. I'm so disgustedly sweaty on Bed Wars now. Oh God. Man's out here speed bridging. Just I, for the life of me, have never been able to speed bridge, not gonna lie. Breeze out here ready to buy the auto clicker. Ready. I'll be the best Bed Wars player there's ever been. No. Gotta take that. Bada bing. Bada boom. Take some mud. Take that dirt there. What else can we take? I mean, I want to be a little more strategic about it, so you know. Oh yeah, we'll start taking all this stuff. Try me, Nap. Bonk! You've been bonked. Get obliterated. Absolutely obliterated. You would not want to play against me. I have 300 Aussie, yet somehow I got 130 wins. Oh, 130 wins? Good golly, Miss Molly. Yeah, no, I'm good. Yeah, I don't ever want to fight that. Are you crazy? PvP has never been my strong suit in Minecraft. I'd like full honesty. It's not like I'm not bad. I'm just certainly not good at PvP. It's just not my thing. I've never really been super big on getting good at the PvP side of the game. At this point, we're just running back and forth, taking all of our items. You know what? Honestly, I should get more slots in my inventory and just put some of my tools away for a little bit. But I hate putting my tools away. It's the worst. And my best friend queued me and destroyed my win streak. Oh, they didn't know it was me. Oh no. The betrayal that they don't know is a betrayal. Wow. That's just that feels like the plot of Feels like the plot of one of the Overwatch, one of the Overwatch cinematics. Actually, no, this will have to go down here, and then we're gonna do that. Wait back. Then this one has wood in it. That can go there. This one has dirt in it, so the mud can go there. Perfect. We started playing together, made a team win streak 120. Oh my god, just 10 more wins today and we're good again. Hey, yo! Good god, I think my highest solo win streak was maybe like 10. Like it was like nothing. It was like a 10 win streak, maybe. There you go. Thanks for the stream. See you, Dragoncorn. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week, dude. I hope it is big pog. I hope it is mad enjoyable for you. Boy. Oh man. Oh yeah, I put out a TikTok and a YouTube short today to further promote le video. So, which by the way, you know, if you've never seen the video that's on my YouTube right now, it was a bit longer of a video. It was a video essay. Is one that I put a lot of work into. Very proud of. Will always be. I'll shill it to anybody who will listen. I think it's an important story worth telling. In the in the words of one Edward, it is rudely captivating, which is just such a huge compliment. My God. I'm so happy that, like, I don't know, that's genuinely, like, the idea that something that is relatively long can be captivating is such an enormous compliment, man. It is. It's such a huge compliment. So thank you very kindly. Thank you very kindly. I'm glad you enjoyed. It was really fun to make. What else should I be grabbing? Yeah, we'll take all those. Oh wait, don't need this egg. I can't remember how I described it to you. You describe it. Oh, I'm trying to remember. Because I remember my response was, "Oh my God, the French like it. Let's go. It means it's cultural." No. I feel like I remember. I have a screen, or I didn't take a screenshot. That would be lame. That would be lame and weird. That'd be lame and weird to be happy enough with a compliment to screenshot. That'd be weird, man. That'd be crazy. That'd be shut up. Anyway, moving right along. Boop 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 boop. Moving. Anyway, space, right? Oh my God, I love space. It's so cool. Space is so cool, and Pog and sick. Oh. Yes, space, yes, yes, space. Space! I'm going to escape to the last place that you can that's not been corrupted by capitalism. Space! Oh, Tim Curry. Tim Curry, my beloved. My absolute beloved. I hear him in the walls. The skeleton crew. Of course. And I can go there, and then I can go right there. Perfect. Yeah, we can keep this here for now, I guess. No, we're gonna move that actually there. I guess the terracotta can go in here for now. Well, like eventually the terracotta will have its own. It'll have its own. Whatchamacallit? Actual. I'm thinking. Like, here's the thing. This is a large building. I didn't actually number it out, so maybe I can't. But like, this should be able to fit every block in the game, right? Like, if I do wall and wall with like of just double chest, like just double chest, double chest, double chest, double chest, double chest, double chest, like that should be able to fit every block in the game, right? Or at least like maybe not every single one, but most of the. Hey, Thunder dude, what's up, man? Like that's got to be able to fit. Like how many? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 27 by 14 times 2. Whatever that is. You could fit every block in like 20 chests if you mean lots and lots and lots of stacks. I mean, yeah, like I mean like each chest is one block. Is what I mean. I mean like pink wool will get its own chest. Blue wool will get its own chest. Like every block in the game will have its own chest. How many? One second. How many item blocks are in Minecraft? We're other than a few specialty blocks, we basically make it. Because 27 by 14 is 378 times 2 for both sides is 756. And as of 2022, there's around 820 blocks in the game. So, you know, I'm just saying some blocks are possible to get to. Exactly. Hey, Amar, dude, what's up, man? I'm just saying. Your math works. Hey, thank you. I'm just saying one chest for every type of block. That I don't think that's unreasonable. I don't think that's unreasonable, but that's a big task. Well, I mean, it'll build itself out over time. Like we'll have all the chests there. I'm not gonna then go collect enough to fill each chest. Like that's not what I'm saying. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna go absolutely collect it. I just that way, no matter what item I get, it'll sort into the exact chest it needs. And then over time, we just accumulate something of everything. You know what I mean? Good luck finding Deepstone Emerald ore. Ho. I'm pretty sure I have some, actually. Are you auto-sorting or just self-sorting? Well, you know, I think there's something like... So... I figured out this interesting little way that you know you can have it so that it'll automatically put the right type of like the material you're putting into you want to go into chests so that it'll automatically start, you know, smelting it. So I've been able to rig that up and I could, in theory, then I think it works out that it would then be possible that same technology of the hoppers could be used theoretically to do the same for just any item, but then instead of smelting it, you tend to forget space redstone takes up the Maybe. And maybe an auto sorter will be a little too much, and maybe that's true. Well, see, that's the thing is, I plan to have those chests on all the sides accessible from like as they're one block, but otherwise the entire internals could be what do you call it? Auto sorters. I'll have to look into it. And maybe it'll have to be manually sorted, and that won't be super fun, but that's not bad. That's not terrible. I mean, it's not like it'll be the end of the world if I had to auto sort it. You know what I mean? Like that's not the end of the world. That's doable still. I think that's absolutely doable. I've been injected and thus have returned. Let's go! Welcome back, Snuffle. Unless you're collecting to fill, you'll never fill. Well, I'm not saying I'm gonna absolutely fill everything. I just like the idea of like, I'll use an item frame on the outside of each chest, and that way, no matter what, I'll just look at them and be like, oh, I need that, and oh, I need that. You know what I mean? And technically, they don't even have to be against the wall though. Like it could just be an internal, like 4 blocks internally. You know what I mean? Like here, let me get out there and I'll show you what I mean. Like I think that's a large enough space that it could hold, like it can hold all the chests for sure. And you know, it's a pretty sizable building that I built very open for that reason. And arguably, if I found that it needed to be bigger, we could expand it. No, or maybe I run tubing. Maybe I run hop. Maybe if it needs a whole bunch of space to sort it, I run it down and then I run it down through tubing into these other pillars right here. The other giant warehouse that could be right there. Put a second giant warehouse. Put it all there. That's the other thing though, is like I could literally just have it that like double chest, walkway, and then all of this space on either side with just down there will be where you input stuff. So you walk down here and you can just put stuff in like here or whatever, and then all that space on either side will be the automatic sorters for all of those chests. How could that not work? Come on. Gotta keep streaming crashing. Oh, it'll be fine. What's the worst that could happen? It's not like Redstone lags things. Come on. Well, next you'll tell me that giant farms create lag on server. No. That's silly. You're being goofy. That's a silly idea. That could never happen. It'd just simply be impossible. It's impossible. It's like your suggestion of that is like saying the Titanic would sink. It's the unsinkable ship, guys. Come on. Get with the program. I don't know how you could ever think it would sink. That's insane. That's just genuinely insane. You know? Jeez. Wow. No. I don't know if that building can hold it. That's what I'm saying. Even if this building can't, I could set it up so that the tubes, like that, no matter what, like it just makes it a little longer. But then it sends it all into a much bigger building over here that actually sorts it and then sends it back. It'd be a very long process though if that was the case. It could if the main corridor wasn't so wide. What do you mean? Doing an industrial... That's what I'm saying, like... even if I find that it's gonna be too, like, it needs to be wider, we can just add another. That's why I did these in very consistent shapes of whatever. Like, I could just put this doorway here and have 2 of these on either side, and it could just be even bigger. You know what I mean? Wouldn't be bad. Exactly. It can be multiple warehouses, or the warehouse can expand. If I find that it can't work, I just think that would be a really cool ultimate setup for this warehouse, is that ultimately we end up doing that. Oh my, you're saying a warehouse for each item? Are you insane? Oh my god. Yeah, I just have to be like, oh wait guys, I need wood. Go down. Here's my wood warehouse, here's my whatever. Oh my god. Imagine. I mean, I do plan to build at least 3 more of these warehouses. There'll be one right there, and then probably either another one right here, and right there. There should, like, it should be a collection of 4. I want 4 giant warehouses. Because, you know, that's what giant docks of a city should have. They did 4 big warehouses. Subway, Skype, supplies, soup, the 4 S's. Oh my god. Is that the thing? Like, I think this is a giant dock that I'm eventually gonna build ships in, and then, you know, that unloads to go into 4 giant warehouses. You do seem to underestimate how many items you'll need for a large-scale project, unless you're filling them with shulkers. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. I got nothing but time. Have you seen? What do you mean? Have you seen what I've done with my current set? What do you mean? What are you saying? What are you implying? What are you implying? What's that meant to mean? Oh my god. I'm horrified with his current condition. Oh! Been less than optimal. What? What? How dare you? How dare you? I like mixing it up for stream, man. I focus more on builds if I'm like, I'm able to do more of a concerted effort on one individual build at a time if I'm not streaming it. But when I'm streaming, I don't think it's super entertaining to just do one build for a whole stream. You know what I mean? Like okay, like there's times that we've done one build for a whole stream, and sure, like we got a lot done on one build, but it just means that, like, I don't know, the full stream was spent doing like the same thing. I like to break it up. I try to do something for the first like 2 hours and then something different for the last 2 hours. For instance, we were building for the first 2 hours. Now we're transporting items. This man uses his back like safety. What? Oh my god. Bop, 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 bop. What else can I take? Yeah, I guess I'll take the rest of the... okay, well, maybe not the rest, but well, I'll leave these because I don't really need those on hand. I'll leave those. That, take that. Alright. No. Listen, a lot of what I do would be a lot quicker, you know, if I had shulkers or an elytra. It's true. It's true. It would be quicker to go back and forth between places. It simply would. It simply would. But I don't have these things. I'm doing the best I can. Leave me alone. Oh my god. act like you use either of those often. I mean, I don't know, man. Are you building a giant city that requires you to go this far away from your actual base every time you're trying to build? And the place that you stored all your items? Like, this is a really large build to be, like, undertaking. Like, don't get me wrong. I agree. It's been not optimal. My survival worlds never make it that far. Let's go! But, like, I only ever work on the cities. Like, this, like... I mean, like, don't get me wrong. I understand it's not a huge amount of development for 2 years, but realistically, it's just 8 hours a week for 2 years. Like, that's it. I don't work on the city outside of stream. I work on other things, but I never work on the city outside of stream. Alright, let me, yeah, I guess we're just... So, for only doing 8 hours a week, like, for, well, not quite 2 years, a year and a half, or a year, probably nearly a year and 3/4. Yeah, it's not terrible. It's not the worst. I did have a big city. That was a while ago, before I spent 8 hours a week watching you. Let's go! Let's go! Oh. No, but don't get me wrong. Like, I'm well aware that, like, I am slow at building and doing things like that. I'm not fast about it. Because often I just confuse myself as I'm building while I'm on stream, because I do know I build a lot faster when I'm not on stream, but just stream is, I'm trying at the very least to be at least somewhat entertaining to watch and chat with, and I enjoy talking with you guys. I don't want to just entirely hunker down and be like, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, you know, we gotta stop and watch Artemis videos. It's deeply important. You gotta stop and let me tell you about the Age of Sigmar. You gotta let me tell you about the Warhammer. I gotta tell you about all the different things. There's so many different things. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Caleb. I like Caleb. Caleb's nice. Not like the rest of yous. I did it because Edward said. What do you mean? Well, I did it because Edward said. What do you... Oh my god, I can't even play into bits anymore. I can't even play into bits. No. Yeah, let me leave these things here. Yo. No, I'm just like, don't get me wrong. I do want to re-clarify, because I am mostly just, I'm memeing it up. I don't feel anybody is actually being like, Nap, you're freaking awful at this video game. I oh my god, there is absolutely nothing, like, I have no ill will. You all are very kind. I'm just, honestly, it's mostly motivating that you guys are like here. That's what's been super fun about this whole thing. It's been enjoyable to build this out like with you guys and be like, oh, we should do this for this district and stuff like that. Like, that's so fun for me. I just enjoy that so wholeheartedly. And then slabs can go there as well, and like that. I have many words, all that will be kept to myself. What do you mean? Oh my god. Me giving my factory a roof is big. Let's go! Oh, I like just doing like little projects and stuff like that. I do think like I've thought about it for a long time. I just think it'd be a boring stream is all. Is that like, I'm like, I really should city plan fully and just do the grids that I want to do, like do all of the road work, because that does then mean, like if I did up all the roads, I would then know exactly where things are going to go. And then if I knew exactly, like currently I have an idea in terms of districts, and I have a few builds in mind that I've been toying with, but I don't have precisely like right here in X many days will be. I'm not great at that part of the planning, so like for that it's a little more here and there. My big project's 25k long Nether bridge, and that's it. Let's go. Will you do a bank district? Yeah, it's in the plan. Asking for a statue? Yeah. Patron saint. Cause yeah, no, that's the thing. Like, yeah, there's absolutely like the same way there's a temple district with lots of, like, the temple district probably has the most plans so far, but there's a lot of blocks that I want to start getting for that. And to get to the stage where I'm really starting to go out to collect the specific blocks I want to do for builds, well, we're gonna probably need to go a little farther into some story thing. Like, it's the same with it, like, gathering resources becomes easier when you can just fly out somewhere with an elytra, land, gather a bunch of it at once into shulkers, fly back, and then set up a beacon and all these other things. Like, all these things contribute to making Minecraft a speedier experience, which is what, why they exist. Take these, take that. Yeah, we'll just take we'll take all of this. Why not? Well, we'll just take all of this. I don't want it. Oh my god, just a giant one of those. Why don't you make an hour-long thing where you make a big map of the city and draw the map and plan out the city like we got invited to a ooh. Oh, now there's an idea. There's an idea. I actually... No, I don't want to say that part. I've had an idea, not to do with a specific stream, for a thing that I wanted to do for a long while that I think I might eventually pull the trigger on and actually do. But then we have an idea and you have a plan. Oh, that's true. That's true. What do you mean? You know what, Edward? I'm gonna do that instead, but I'm gonna do it as I'm gonna do it as one of those 5-hour long, like lo-fi beat study along things. Study with Nap. And it's gonna just be all just me doing a bunch of map calligraphy. As a secretary. Oh! Can you imagine? It's just one of those long lo-fi, like, just like, yes. As I did on stream anyway. Hey, I mean, there you go. Slowly but surely plan out. There was a time, like, I know this is not about Minecraft, this next bit, but I was actually at one point toying with the idea of doing a stream where, like, I really, because a number of you have expressed at the very least interest in D&D. But I don't know how much their interest there would or wouldn't be in the idea of actually doing a stream that's like, let's build a world together. So at the very least, you'd know my process of both writing worlds and all these other things, but also it gives people ideas and stuff like that for their own projects and the like. And it's like we'd build out towns and do up an actual like map and actually kind of like work out like a lore of a world. I had toyed with one being the Ageless Empire in a version, or just doing it for whatever. Do you know your view? That's the thing, and I thought it'd be a cool way to do, like, because it involves like polls and also just like, oh, what kind of towns would you want to do? Like, what do we want this town to be? What, like, why does this town exist? Is the number one question you always have to ask. You're like, once you have terrain and you then decide where a town's gonna be, you gotta then ask yourself, okay, like, why does this town exist? Is there a mine nearby? Like, is it a mining town? Is it a farming town? Is it a trade hub? Is it just along the road? Like, what caused this town to be? Got Ray to speak up. Oh, let's go. Oh my god, I will throw a Fort Knox at you, the entire fort. Caleb has the ability. He just rocks up. He's like, I'm making a withdrawal. Little did we know Caleb owns Fort Knox. Oh my god. Well, I mean, yeah, if there's interest in stuff like that, because that kind of thing, like, and I don't know if it would be like live hand cam, or I could even just do it on, I don't tend to draw maps digitally, but it's easy enough to still do, or at least a rough outline, and then keep a PDF kind of going of you know, the development and stuff like that, and it could become resources for if you guys wanted to do, like, for instance, if somebody wanted, my original thought on it was it could even become a resource that then chat would know if there was ever people wanting to do like one-shots, but they didn't want to do the prep time of learning worlds and D&D and all these other things, and they would have basically their own world they could go back to that they helped to create live on stream. Because I just thought that was like a neat way of kind of approaching that as like as an idea, where you just go like, yeah, I helped develop this world, and then you kind of know it, and then if you have adventures in that world, it just becomes like a cool I don't know, like combined effort. You know what I mean? If there was a mine nearby, was it by a river or a railway, a pre-built travel road between two major cities? Exactly. Like, there's a million different reasons why because you gotta realize like why towns existed in the past. Like in some cases, there literally have been towns that exist because someone just, you know, thought this would be a good place for a town, or one person had a successful farmstead, and that caused other people to move in near, like, to build homesteads of their own nearby, and then those homesteads eventually breed trade and commerce and the like of traveling sales, like Elliot, that then eventually, like, and that's just how things build up. But then also it can be like an entire session of that would literally just be like, okay, do gods exist? What kinds of gods are they worshipped? Do different gods exist for different lands? Can they physically form on the, like, can gods physically form or not on the material plane? That's a great question for any D&D world you build out, because one could be very like Greco-Roman, like, yeah, the gods can and can't be there, like they're not going to interfere, but they can physically walk on the earth. Or it could be very much a great example, I guess, would be something like Critical Role that a lot of people know about, where it's like, yeah, those gods could at one point but no longer can. Or it could be a very, I'm trying to think, like Nordic gods rarely, if ever, would take physical form. You know what I mean? They'd visit you in your dreams, if anything. Versus like a Greek god that you could just accidentally have run into and beaten in a sewing competition, and get turned into a spider over it. Of chat, as important people in the world. Oh, absolutely. And that's the other thing. It could be like, oh, like there's a mercenary guild. What's the name of the person who runs this mercenary guild? And if somebody wants to be the head of that mercenary guild, well, boy, howdy. That's easy enough. Or come up, even if they don't want it to be their own name, they could come up with names, stuff like that, and know those characters. 10,000 blocks of lava. Yeah. Did you get it? I love world building. I mean, it's so fun, right? It's genuinely so fun. Exclusive Napoleon D&D map with lore and stuff that we all just play. It feels so alive. It really would. I mean, and that's the thing, is like I toyed with it at one point originally as an idea of like some version of the past of the Ageless Empire, but then I was like, nah, I don't know. That name could still maybe exist in it, but I think it might be more interesting for it to be separate from the Minecraft world, where it's just something else that you guys get to, something entirely different that you guys get to just have the fun of getting to build out entirely with me, instead of some elements of the Ageless Empire are clearly influenced by you guys, but other elements are quite obviously like elements of the lore are written and decided by myself. So this would be a different thing that would let you have this, yeah, living, breathing world that, like, events could even happen. We could decide, like, an event's gonna happen, and then you could have different versions of the world. Are you in which age of the world do you want to run your game in? An age of the world that had its cataclysm and had its flood, or had the gods break loose or whatever? Odd blocks in. Oh god, MJ. Oh god. It was weaving thing, if I recall. Yeah, it was. It was. Oh, poor Arachne. You were just better than someone, and that got you punished. You did nothing wrong. Well, not nothing truly wrong. You just kind of vibed out, but then, oh man, you were in the wrong place at the wrong time, facing off against the wrong god. Could, but seem to have lost the ability to manifest themselves on the material plane, but to maintain their influence, the gods chose people to become their semblance, presented almost aspect of said gods. Yeah, and that's the thing, is some people choose, I think stuff like that's so interesting. Are the do the gods even care about mortal going on? Or are they just people like, oh, you can harness their powers for other reasons? Are there primordials before the gods? Were the gods always the pure gods? Is it like the Greeks, where it's like, well, there was the primordials, then the titans, then the gods? Which is what happened, yeah, there, where it's basically like you have sky and earth, which are primordial beings of Gaia and Uranus, which then give birth to the Titans, which are then Kronos and Atlas and these other people, and Helios, who's the sun, and then eventually their kids, the gods, rise up against them. Like, are there previously existing groups? Did the primordials and Titans get along? Were the Titans and the gods, are they both coexisting? Have there been different ages? Was there a heroic age? Like, for instance, one of my favorite things I think I ever did for a D&D campaign that I ran, where I ran it set in a fantasy version of antiquity, so like ancient Greece and Rome, is I set it so that the medieval period happened. The period that is ancient Rome and ancient Greece and all these things, the ruins that you're finding are medieval ruins. So like, if instead of what normally it's, you go back and like, oh, there's columns and some ancient civilization, very powerful, and it's like, well, no, clearly powerful, but it's like more like Gothic, and it's more like you find Gothic things deep in the depths of the world, or you find like no, my D&D said, go for it, man. Feel absolutely free. I love hearing about people's settings. It's like my favorite thing to learn about and hear about. It's so interesting to share on. And I love the idea, though, of like setting it as like medieval came first, because I think that it sort of flips that, not exactly on its head. I wouldn't go so far as to say that, but it gives this new sense that what they're finding in these depths is it also meant I limited them to like short swords in what they could have originally, but if they found long swords or stuff like that, or great swords, they would be from these ancient ruins. Not always, like I would be lenient of it, like obviously for some things, but it changed what the like power scaling would be in the early game. You know what I mean? Go on about a canon gods of the Sonic universe. There's canon gods in the Sonic universe? Wait, what's the thing that's like, but you know, I am the devil from the Bible? Was that real? I thought that was just like a fake thing. Oh, it's really cute that you're gonna defeat me with the power of friendship, but you know, I am the devil from the Bible, so I thought that was a joke. I thought that was just a haha funny thing. Is the devil from the Bible actually in Sonic? That's amazing. Oh my good gracious. I think I could depend on God, like my God, for this lore, cares about the loss of their siblings to the human world, and they'd want to spend their time getting them back. But they are perm tied to the destiny and fates of humans in the world. Yeah, see, stuff like that. God, I love stuff like that, man. Oh my God, it's so sick. It's so genuinely sick. Like, I don't know. So, like, one of my favorite lines for anybody who ended up watching Exandria Unlimited Calamity that Brennan Lee Mulligan did, one of my favorite things done for that was that he said, well, you know, in this age of Arcanum, it's so interesting to see something so quaint as they saw the champion of the Raven Queen, who's the goddess of death, and he said, you know, seeing a paladin, it's something so quaint in this age of very powerful wizards to see someone tie their power to and take from the gods as though they feel they need to listen to those people, which is such an interesting take. The idea that that's quaint, because again, like people who play D&D would know, like paladins and clerics can be very powerful. It's just it's such an interesting take. I love that idea. He's actually called Black Doom and is an alien, but his final form technically is Devil Doom? What? Oh my God. So what are so I don't know much about Sonic. I'm gonna be honest. I've never played a Sonic game. The only time I've ever seen Sonic has been in Super Smash Bros. And then also in Mario and Sonic Winter Olympics. Those are my two instances. So like, what are the gems for? Oh, also I saw the Sonic movie, the first one. What are the big gems for? Because the Sonic movie taught me that the rings let him travel between worlds. I didn't know that's what the rings were for. I had no clue that was what that was about. I don't know. I thought it was just like, in the same way there's gold coins in Mario's, there's golden rings in the Sonic universe. I was like, okay. I didn't think much of it. need to have a day dedicated. You know what? I need to have a new sub goal someday is gonna be Nap learns the lore you want him to, and we're gonna deep dive. We'll do an hour dedicated to each. People can submit what they want to be reviewed, if it's a video or like articles of something to be read, like wikis to be read or something like that. And we're gonna deep dive into it'll be voted on four different either games or books or whatever genres that people are very, very into. 4 different special interests in media, and we're gonna deep dive into them, and I'm gonna learn about them. I'm gonna learn. I'm tired of being on the back foot. I'm tired of being on the back foot and not always understanding the references. Oh man, I also don't know much about Sonic, but I'm dating this. Hey, you gotta be supportive. You gotta be supportive. There's Gaia, Dark Gaia, Light Gaia, Essence of Light and Dark in Sonic universe. Every 1,000 years, they break the Earth apart and fight until Light Gaia eventually puts Dark Gaia to rest. Oh, that sounds painful. The Sonic movie is a different canon than the games. Oh, okay. I will say that I'm also like into the idea of world building that involves the way item and language are shared. Yeah. So if you're in a hyper secluded area, your character could have very specific accent and slang. Unless you're of the noble who would have traveled around and learned more accent and diplomacy. Stuff like that's also so sick. Oh, it's so cool. Oh man, it's just so sick. I love it so much. Chaos emeralds are a thing, that's for sure. What do you mean they're a thing? Can I recommend Homestar? It can be voted on. That can certainly be one of them. If you want to, like, yeah, it could literally be any lore. If it wins the vote, it wins the vote, and then we learn about it. And we'll just dedicate an hour to each. Or if there's not many to vote on and people really want to learn about one or the other, we do that. Oh man, my setting is the Eniadric. Is it Eniadric? Is that how you'd say that? Eniadric Empire. And they just left 2 apocalypse periods called the Umbrage, or the Umbrage time. The campaign starts 200 years after said apocalypse and followed the Great Embracement. Volcanic eruption. That's so thick. The gods are said to have sacrificed their ability to directly influence the world time of the Umbrage, but the semblance had appeared before that, with the gods losing their strength. Oh, hey yo! Oh my god, I love lore. I love lore so much. It's so fresh in the mind of people. I also love that. What I also find very interesting is when you can separate that between different like races, like in the way that like I've played in a world where it's like elves clearly do like elves are more tempered on things or more wary of doing certain things because they remember 500 years ago. They like the dwarves have parents who were in a sort of like almost like harkening to the idea of like a World War II parent kind of thing. Like dwarves have parents who fought and participated in this great war, and so they know about it that way. That's their real connection. They were raised by someone who endured all that. But then elves are still alive who lived it, and then humans are 500 years removed from it, which for us, if you want an example, would be like, I don't know, the distance between Queen Elizabeth I and now, basically. I mean, give or take 100 years, but you know what I mean? Like that's basically the distance between Queen Elizabeth's time and the Spanish Armada. And that's the thing, is like the idea of the Spanish Armada landing versus now is basically, I mean, I think that's more like 600 or maybe even 700 years ago, but still. Well, let's find out. When was it? 1588. Okay, yeah, no, you know what? Yeah, that's no, not even give or take 100 or 200 years. That it just is. The distance between Queen Elizabeth I and us is that distance of time. So elves, remember, elves live 1,000 years in this world, kind of thing, and typically in D&D. It's only really Tolkien that has them be purely immortal. And dwarves live about 200 to 300. on average. Humans live at most 100. So it's like 5 generations have gone by for anything to do, like that'd be like you had an ancestor who fought against the Spanish Armada. So yeah, they were worried England was at threat, so why would I care now? Like, I love playing into those dynamics. It's such an interesting thing. Like elves, gnomes, dwarves, or other elemental. It was yesterday for the exactly. It's literally like just it's so present to them, and it informs their decision making. And I love stuff like that. It's so neat to me to be able to, especially because it's just concepts that we ourselves have to make up what we think that would be like, because we don't know. We don't know how a species would react to being able to live that long. You know what I mean? Like we have no way of knowing what it would do to someone to have lived long enough to have like been alive during the Spanish Armada. Like, that's insane. I mean, it sounds kind of like that for Caleb's thing, yeah. That it would be, those two events would feel like, because I think he said there was only how many years between them? 200 years. I didn't say the other one. So yeah, like if it's only been like 200 and 100 kind of years, then yeah, it'd probably feel like that to them. All I'm saying is the fashion changes would be iconic. Well, that's what I love. Like, do you think there'd be a lot of fashion change for, like, for you? Do you think in high fantasy you would see fashion change a lot for groups like elves and dwarves, or do you think it just stays very consistent versus the humans that do change a lot? I think that's a very interesting idea. Like, one of my, it's the same way that like one of my favorite things I've ever done in D&D, that I ran for some people in a sort of longer campaign, which they were amped for. I was running it for. Listen, I was just so cool in high school. I was running it on request for some freshmen, because I don't know, they wanted to play D&D, and I knew how to run it for people. But anyway, they had a blast, and that's what's important. All right. Did I lose like 2 to 3 hours at the end of like school days where I could have been going to like actual events with like, other people? Yeah, probably. But who needs a football game when I can hang out with random nerdy teenagers? I mean, I guess I was also a random nerdy teenager, but still, you know what I mean? But anyway, the coolest thing was it, like, I ended up having them be sent on. They were worried about issues like politically within the kingdom that they were within, due to a whole host of different problems and the like, with the current emperor, current individual named emperor who is alive, kind of thing, and controlling things. And they were having trouble with a specific duke that they were dealing with, or a prince of a principality, I should say. Effectively a duke, but a prince of a principality official title, and an elector count, because it's an electoral system, but only limited to counts. So he was an elector count and a prince of a principality that they were having trouble with. But they were sent on a mission to break into some old manor that's really overgrown and everything like that. It should be easy. There should be nothing really to fight even in it. Simple snatch and go. And they break in, and they know there should be some sort of lord there, but like they're not too worried. And they break in, and they're in the and they break in through an entrance that gets them into the kitchen. And then once they're in it, one second, I really actually do want to. Everyone's talking about that thing. Slow down. Alpha's ratio. God's interesting part. As my players don't know the semblance, don't decide to become a one minute lost. Part to themselves for the power they didn't necessarily ask. Oh! Chaos is a god of water. Chaos occasionally. Destruction when he gets mad. Chaos get mad. Ancient. Wait, what? Dr. Eggman put chaos in the rest of mine emerald, and with her soul, Dr. Eggman releases chaos from the Master Emerald and control. What? Oh my god, Sonic's insane. Trying to help or regain control over their believers. Oh, but not in a way we see now. Most societies and culture setting have ways to adorn their bodies. The issue we run into nowadays with a lot of small cultures keeping hold of their culture is because many were close to eradication. There simply is not enough people in some culture to allow for variations of style to come into existence. I see what you mean. Eggman gives Chaos the Chaos Emerald with evil intentions, and it feeds Chaos already negative emotions as Chaos absorbs the Emerald's power. Loses control of Chaos absorbs. He calms Chaos anger with his good vibes. Wait, Sonic vibes out and it calms him? Goes back to being a good. Oh my god, Sonic is insane. Is that why he gets all gold? Is that why he gets all yellowy and gold? Anyway, they break into this guy's house. They're in the kitchen. They meet this like old decrepit chef who's just kind of there like fixing a very small, like meager little portion. And like he just offers them, like, he's a little confused as to why people are there. And he's like, "You want some cheese? Are you like new hires? Who are you guys?" And the party's not murder hobos, so they try to like get along with the guy, and they do, and he's quite nice kind of thing, and he helps them through the house to try to find what they're looking for and all these other things. And they eat some of the cheese and all these other, they have a nice time with this guy. And then they find out that is the Lord, and he's like, "Yeah, no, I was just fixing myself a midnight snack. So hi, what are you looking for? Why are you in my house?" But then eventually they end up through a series of events working with this guy to champion. They realize they can try to champion him and get a few other elector counts on side to oust and to seek the favor of the Emperor and oust this other elector count out of his position. And so it becomes a totally different campaign where they try to politically work it instead of trying to ham fist their attempts. And I think that's great. I think that's so cool, man. I love little things like that when it just changes to like a very different campaign than I expected. You know what I mean? Good. They aren't murder fiends. Yeah, well, I don't tend to play with murder fiends for the most part. I mean, like, obviously there's elements of that in every party because you're playing a game. But yeah, and also the morality of whatever you're doing as a character is not like a direct reflection of you as a human being. There's a separation between those two. It's just like, we tend to value not just absolutely murking everybody that we meet constantly. That just sucks, and we know, like, we fully recognize, like, a DM might just have plans for these people. Try to let things play out a bit first. Try to be at least a little bit diplomatic first, maybe. You catch more people with honey than, I don't know, whatever the saying is. The real thing with variation is depends on what the culture values and even climate. If your culture spreads, you're not gonna have the same clothing for the warmer place. Basically, the size of your society, worshiping values, climate, access to fiber, items, all fiber. What you got? What do you mean? What do you mean? They're not getting enough fiber in their diet? What does that have to do with clothing? What? Oh man, you didn't eat your Wheaties, so it's rough. You didn't eat your grape nuts. Like, what? Ah man, you needed to eat more Raisin Bran, pal. Come on. You goofy goober. What do you mean? Block. And for the change in clothes, it did not, because the King of Elves is assembled and used power magical, basically put the elves in and demi-elves into some sort of state of non-existence, meaning that elves are even more detached from gravity of the apocalypse since they didn't really experience them. Ooh, that's a neat take. A little dip out. We'll come back in 1,000 years type beat. Right, we'll be back when all this is calmed down. Bye. Ta-ta for now. Bye now. What can I move up there? I'll move these buckets up there, I guess. I'll move that there and that there, and then I'll move that down here. Keep not putting the boat away. The boat needs to go in here somewhere. Oh God, oh God, oh no, oh sweet Jesus. Oh, this needs to go somewhere too. Oh no. I think it's important to get edgy rogues. What? Oh yeah, one silly thing this mod pack does is replace bows and crossbows with steampunk guns and rifles, respectively. So every time I hear a zombie on stream, I get worried, but then I hear a skeleton. If he isn't firing darts, it's fine. Oh my God. It's annoying. Oh my God, the pillagers with rifles. Load a slug. You know, because the elves in my world are not from the material plane originally. See, I love stuff like that. That's my favorite thing. That's my favorite thing. Like, the species come from different places. Occasionally, especially when you can wonder, is it from a different planet or a different plane of existence? What's the difference? Are different planes of existence really just different planets? In my mind, not. But for some people, they are. I've played in worlds where that's the case, and I think that's interesting too. Where it's just like, oh yeah, no, the Feywild is just literally like Saturn. Like, oh yeah, no, yeah, Feywild's just on another planet. You're just teleporting to a different planet and didn't realize that's what you're doing. But yeah, and it makes things planetary based instead of plane based, and I don't know. I think that's neat. I think it's a neat way to look at it. Fiber is same as fiber, so sheep wool is fiber, flax is a fiber, cotton fiber. Eat your Raisin Bran is what I'm hearing. It's got 2 scoops. 2. That's so many scoops. Pick it up. Pick it up. I know you can hold things. Man. Hey guys. Hey, how's it going? You doing all right? You living La Vida Loca? Oh, sweet Jesus, there's so much stuff. 2 million years ago, leading to the evolution that lost the link to the Fae, leading to some shaman, from some Fae wild creatures that consider the elves as fallen from grace. See, that's like, yeah, in the world that like Ashton plays it, that they left the Feywild when there was a war that broke out between the winter and summer courts of the Feywild, because basically the seasons are controlled by the Fays in this world, and not only that, there's a court of winter and a court of summer, and I don't know, stuff like that's so interesting to me, like the first Elven kings leaving for the prime material plane and stuff like that, because their main god's the Dreamer, which is, you know, a whole nother thing. But I love lore. But yeah, anyway, at the very least, it sounds like there is interest in developing, co-developing a sort of lore type thing for stream, because I always thought that'd be a neat little idea. So, you know what, maybe that's what the new sub game, instead of sub game, it'll be the current sub goal we're gonna change to at 100 subs. I'll put in all the legwork to get everything set up and established to do a proper like development of a world where we'll develop continents at a time and cities and towns and all these other things. Because why not? That seems like a fun way to do it. Also, the politics of a world. Yep. So many files and documents. Exactly, and that's the thing is, and eventually it'll be. I'll put these kind of things. I mean, I know that you're talking about your world, but that's also the other thing is I can put all of those things and make them available to the Discord. So then when you guys run, if there is people running D&D, they can then run D&D if they want off of that world instead of other worlds that maybe people don't know. Because of course, everyone will just simply know my world. You must. It's a requirement. It's the law. It's the law of the Empire. Population counts? Absolutely could. Now I want to D&D. Well, Not sure how we'd end up doing stuff like that. I mean, we'll probably determine things like population counts in part based on like, elements like, well, what makes sense for this kind of a region? Is this a capital city? Is it not? And then we'll need to make a breakdown of, like, is this a city that's mostly human? Is it a mixture city? Is it a city that's mostly elven? Or is this a Shire-like place that's mostly hobbits and the like? Like, I little questions like that. There'll be a million questions to look at and answer and stuff like that. Because that kind of a thing, like that kind of a project, just it begs questions. It forces you to confront different things down to the degree that I think can also, I really truly do believe those elements can find their way into your actual real life as you start to see and understand things about how, say, your actual governing systems and bodies work. And not even, I don't even mean like, oh, how literally is like, say, a bill of legislation passed. I mean, it can tell you ideas of like, oh, where maybe your government is coming from when it decides things, or maybe why it's choosing to do something or why it's not. Like what like for instance, people will often talk about who are maybe single and don't have kids. We'll talk about how like the government doesn't often provide much social assistance, especially not comparable social assistance in terms of tax breaks and the like, as they do to people who are having kids and are getting married. But the reason for that is, the government is less incentivized to do that because, well, the person who's going to have a kid is going to make a new taxpayer and make grow the population and make a new person who can vote. So from the eyes of a government, that's a lot more valuable of an individual citizen, of a citizen group, and you want to promote that. So you make it make more financial sense as best you can to do that. You know what I mean? Based off the tech and time. Yeah, and that's the other thing is we can decide things like, oh, this is a very new tech city. Like a new money city. It could very well be like, oh yeah, the Dwarven Holds have lots of like there's currently a political shakeup where maybe this one hold is historically the seat of power, but this other hold just discovered a new rune, or like forged a new rune that allows them to manipulate magic in a different way, or is studying a new type of magic that, like, we can decide if all magic types are as relevant as they are. For instance, maybe it's transmutation and abjuration are quite common, but illusion magic is a very new thing. Or maybe, or time magic's a very new field of study, and so there's not been much work on it, and that means that like in its development, whatever city's leading that development, or maybe a meteor fell with a special ore in it that has never been seen before, and that makes it so that this specific ore is of the utmost use to whoever got to claim it, and whatever city got it is now it's changed the balance of power in the region. Maybe an empire is fractured over that, or is technically an empire, but not really. Is it a case like Japan, where, there is an emperor, but really it's the military government of the shogunate that's actually in charge? You know what I mean? Is municipal politics, is that a powerful group, or is that not a powerful group? Like things like that, which often, are just things that, like, develop over time as you develop these things. All these questions would be answered over time, you know what I mean? When Quebec tried to break away from Canada, all the major banks and companies had their HQ in Montreal, panicked, and moved everything to Toronto, which is why Toronto became the absolute crazy power city. Yeah, that's the other thing. Is stuff like that. You could say, oh yeah, there's this region of a group is a separatist region, or not. I'm not saying that's a direct thing to what goes on for you guys in court. I'm just saying, like, there's cultural groups, or yeah, maybe there's disgruntled groups in this stuff and the like. Are the gods different from different species? Like the dwarves and elves have the same god? Is it one set of gods, or is it like, or do they have their individual gods? Who knows? Those are all 1,000,001 questions. See, that's the other thing though, is if gods, I mean, yeah, for lack of a better word, if gods are real and have an actual viable, you can see it on the world impact, it's a lot harder to then say, oh, your gods aren't real to another civilization, because, well, you see the god of that civilization doing things, so, you know, it's like, oh, well, okay, he is real, and you gotta accept it. You might not worship them, but you have to accept that, you know, okay, it is a real person. Or if you don't, you become some form of a heretic that says, no, I think it's a false god. I think he's false. I think he's not real. He's all a bunch of poppycock. Let me move that up there and then that up there. And we'll take that out of there. For now, sure. And for now, sure. The only way for the Iblis to release... Wait, am I missing something? Oh, okay. Then there's Solaris, Malefice, and Iblis. In the island nation of Solion, they worship Solaris, god of the sun and flame of disaster, a being of whom presides over time. The Solarian government tries to use Solaris as a power source during one of their experiments and accidentally splits Solaris into Malefice the Dark and Iblis the Flame of Disaster. As a last-ditch effort, they seal Malefice into a scepter and then seal Iblis into the Princess of Solarian, Princess Elise. Oh, I see. That I made an amphitheater of unity. Hey, oh, let's go! Hey, there's no such thing as a bad map. All maps are great. I love them all. The only way for Iblis to be released is for Elise to cry or die. Cry? She can't cry? There's a lot of convoluted time travel, but eventually Malefice kills Sonic, and since Elise cares about Sonic, she cries, thus releasing Iblis. Malefice then reunites with Iblis, becomes Solaris once more. Sonic finds friends, find the Chaos Emerald, and Elise help, aka Bad Scene, revive Sonic. Sonic, Shadow, and Silver then fight God and win. Oh my god. Then Sonic and Elise go back in time, erase Solaris from existence, making everything that happened in the story not happen. What? Good lord. Imagine if it's all the same gods set up gods in a Greek and Roman situation. Oh my god. Yeah, that's the other thing. Or, I mean, quite similarly, that's what a lot of people suspect, though it's not confirmed in the lore, is what's true for parts of Warhammer, where people think that certain gods are of the human races, in part are elven gods that they don't realize are elven gods. They don't realize it. The fact that the name of the god are real name because there's a lot of power in the name, that's another thing. Do people just know, like, do names have power in the same way? Oh man, it's just, like, conversation, I don't know, little details like this, they're all my favorite thing. Or how about different cultures having the same god just named differently because different cultures see Greco-Roman god? Yeah, exactly, Angel, exactly. Oh my god. Reaction to Sonic 06 was good. It was a wild stuff. That sounds bonkers. That sounds genuinely, it's like I don't even know how to approach it. That is so like, on one hand, Ray, God bless, thank you for sharing, because I'm so happy to know this information. But on the other hand, good googledy moogledy, who wrote that and what was, like, imagine applying that when you think about Sonic while he makes the jump on the ski slope of the Olympics. You look at him and go, oh yeah, that guy, like, erased a god from existence. You know? Cause that happened before that game. If it's a 2006 Sonic game, the Olympic one was like, I don't know, 2010, 2009. When did Mario and Sonic at the Winter Olympics come out? Sonic at 2012. Oh, but that's a lot later than I thought. Well, still, you just gotta look at you gotta look at that game and then just be like, so that guy sealed a god away and then deleted him from existence, and now he's doing the slalom down a ski slope. Huh? Like, that's such a weird thing to do. 2012. Or wait, are you saying like what? That's so insane. That's so bonkers. Is that Sonic playing soccer? Eggman would be furious. Eggman, yeah, or you see Eggman and anything and you're like, that guy released demons from crystals and with pure anger, and now he's dancing. Now he's doing a little dance. He's playing tennis. 3 different gods in one, and now he's playing now he's fighting Pac-Man. Oh my god, Nintendo games are wild. I mean, I know Sonic is Sega. I know. You know what I meant. I think that could be a really interesting stream, though. I think I would like to develop a world with you chatters. I think it'll be fun. You got also just because, you know, I like to kind of go over my own process with people about world building, because I like to learn from other people how they build worlds. Because like how I build worlds is, you know, my own way. I mean, like, sure, don't get me wrong, I certainly have taken pointers from other people and used their ideas of like, oh, that's an interesting thing to like expand on or try to make a world with. But genuinely, like, I think everybody has their own way of approaching that kind of thing. That is the most romantic thing someone has ever said to me. I'm joking. What? Let's all work on a map. Let's build a D&D lore together. Let's world build together. That's the most romantic thing. My God. Well, let me sweep you off your feet then, pal. Because boy howdy, are we building a world? Oh my God. My world building is slow and uncommon and mostly just looking for small, tiny details. See, that's the thing. I feel a lot of people get bogged down in super tiny detail. Like, I've met people who've been like effectively trying to learn the tax code of whatever place they're building. I'm like, listen, it's never gonna come up. It's never gonna come up. Put that away there, and then put that there. Put that in there, that in there. What if it does? Oh my God. If it does, you know, ask for a bathroom break. Be like, I gotta go to the toilet. Bye. It started with a broad idea and then go down to town and then make every little think makes sense. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. And like, there's eventually there'll be a moment where you don't know the answer. You can't be afraid to be like, I don't know. I don't know, and I don't want to just wing it on the spot. Sometimes you're fine to wing it on the spot, don't get me wrong, but like sometimes like if there's an important enough like there's been colleges that I built like very loosely, but then they were asking like who's the dean, who's the what, like, and I was like, you know what, give me a minute, let me figure that out. I want it to make sense. And you gotta give me a minute. Or sometimes you end this, you're like, okay, let's get going, and then you throw something in their way on the way, not like a true fight, just like some shenanigans happen to stall it a little bit, make the journey there a little more interesting to whatever cause, not a hand wave. You make them actually kind of go there, and make it fun, make it role play kind of stuff. But and then while that's happening, then you end the session right as they get there. Unless you, I mean, obviously, if you've just started the session, you want to end sessions with an idea of where it'll probably go for the next session. And that way you know what to kind of build out. You get an idea of like, okay, they're probably going to do this and maybe this. And they might explore this or this or this. I'll take that and that and that. That one's still full, that one's still pretty full, that one's still got stuff, that one's got a totem. There we go. And a lot of stuff still in a lot of just bring out random ideas and hope they work. Even Hades didn't know to let Orpheus and Eurydice go. He had to let fates give him horrible ideas first. So true, King, so true. I also grab random ideas from friends when they give me ideas. Yeah, that's another thing. Or yeah, and sometimes it's also a good idea to yes and, you know what I mean? Like, not that I improv, but no, seriously, you need to be able to yes and sometimes, where like you got, because D&D is collaborative storytelling. It just is. Like you need to allow, like in the same way that you can't dictate the entirety of the backstory of someone's character. You can't. They come to you with who their character is, what happened to them, and then you maybe build out stuff. And it's fine also to change, maybe not change what they think it is, but it's fine to change certain things. Like for instance, relationships. Well, that's their version of the relationship, and maybe they feel like, you know, oh yeah, and then I was wronged by this other individual. Well, what does that individual think? Do they know they wronged them? Do they even think they wronged them? Who knows? I've certainly had it where I was ready for a fight when I met up with an NPC, and that NPC did not even really think much about what they had done to me. And that sometimes can take the winds out of your sail in some capacity, don't get me wrong. Like, it's don't overdo that, because, you know, your players do want what they wrote to mean something likely. But at the same time, it's perfectly fine to make it be that, you know, they got it wrong. They did not, what they thought happened didn't happen. Or at least not as they saw it. What they thought happened is a little different from the actual truth. Because so often in life, that's just how it is. What you thought happened is not often. There's you know, three truths, you know what I mean? Like yours, theirs, and somebody else. Or yours, three stories. Yours, theirs, and the truth. That's always going to be the case. And that can make for a really interesting story. Like I had a paladin who had problems with his family. And yeah, he didn't change every element of the family, and the family certainly was not great. They were a political standoffish family still. Yo, Immortal Techno, dude, what's up, man? Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome, Raiders. Hope you're doing well. Hope the stream went well, man. Hope it was all good. Hope it was Big Pog. We're discussing like D&D and stuff like that. Got to raid and run. Sure thing, dude. Thanks so much for stopping in. Thanks so much for the raid. But it was fun. Yo, glad to hear it, man. I'm so happy that you're getting use out of the out of my cat. That's for those who don't know, by the way, this Screm emote is my cat. That's Jasper. That it's just it's just a deep fried image of him going because he wasn't happy that day and he wanted me to know it, and I was like, all right. When did you add that? Wouldn't you like to know, weather boy? A couple weeks ago. Added a couple weeks ago, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's a fun little emote. I thought it was a great little emote. Oh, so nap. Yes, what can I help you with? You said you had fashion stuff to post to Discord. Oh, that's right. I meant to make the I've been trying to see. Yeah, sorry. I've been trying to see if I can turn a thread into, like, I don't want to lose the thread. So I've been trying to see if I can turn a thread into a chat. Because, you know, I see you have a fashion thread, and it'd be more useful in my mind to be able to just instantly turn that into another chat instead of having to, like, lose that thread. Hydrated. Oh man, but yeah. Oh, also, chatters, I have a request. I mean, some of you, the lovely Mellow Hello, the incomparable Edward, the fantabulous MJ, have all, you know, heeded my call to the best of my knowledge. Those are the people who have done it. You should go to my little TikTok or my YouTube short. And you should interact with it so that an algorithm maybe likes it, because algorithms like that really do not like to promote things that you know, ask you to go somewhere else, particularly if it is to YouTube or if it is to if it is to anywhere else. So I put out a TikTok that's about the much larger video I did, but you know, it's telling people, hey, you should go watch the full thing on YouTube, which TikTok does not like to promote stuff like that. They actively, if they can tell, if there's a way for them to tell that, you know, you're promoting. That's also why if I ever put a comment, often actually I found my comments would not post if I said I'm gonna be streaming whatever. So I tend to write the word steaming. It's not that it's not that I don't know how to spell the word streaming. It's that, you know, it'll not like, it won't post the comment. It just straight up will be like, no, there was a problem. That's why it says, oh, I'll be on Steam. I mean stream, but if I put the R, it's more likely that they'll catch it. And the same is true for a lot of other different little things where it's just like, did he say that he won't? No, they're not allowed to leave. That's illegal. And I go, what do you mean it's illegal? They're allowed to leave. And they go, no one's allowed to leave. That's wrong. You got it all wrong. No one's ever allowed to leave. Everyone stays, and that's final. I go, what? But Mr. TikTok, you can't do that, please. That's final. I will not have it on my ship. I go, no, please, no. It's crazy. It goes just like that, actually. It's wild. Both here in TikTok. Yeah, that is something that I can potentially do. I've had that. But like to keep up with both, it's a time. No, and that's the thing. Like I have like that feature, and I honestly should use it and should have been using it. Because yeah, I know people who've seen a lot better growth from actually doing it. Interact on your TikTok. Let's go. Anyway, story. I'm excited. Caleb, my beloved. What was I gonna say? Something. I was just saying it. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, I should have been. In fact, I originally got offered early access to that prior to like oh my god, like almost a year ago, when it was first kind of like launching as an idea. I think it was like August of last year, or maybe it was like July, or it was still being piloted with a few creators or whatever, and I got the invite to do it. But I don't know. I don't know. There's something like I just don't know how I feel about Like, again, I know everyone steals your data, but like, I just don't know how much I trust TikTok to have full authorized access to my Twitch. Because that's the thing, you have to like authorize them to have full unfettered access to your Twitch to be able to do it. And I don't know. I'm sure it's fine, but maybe it's not, you know? I'm sure it's fine. Anyway, so this is how I tell you that I'm just like everyone in Congress. You know? It just be that way sometimes, you know? It just be that way. And whap and whap and oh, there we go. That's what I was looking for there. And then whap and whap. You know what? I should actually grab out of yeah. Give me them. Of course, it's the last one I open. Of course, it's the last one I open. Oh my god. You'll love-hate my comment. Oh my god. Your TikTok has access to the Wi-Fi? I know, right? Crazy. Oh. You know what that reply means? That reply means that Pink's actively deleting all accounts and never coming back to stream. They're horrified. They're horrified with the idea. In fact, they've now blocked the channel. They've blocked me on all different social medias. They never want to see a TikTok nor a YouTube video nor a short, none of it. They've left the empire. That's what that means. I've decided. I've decided that's what that means. I'm sure that's it. Yeah, what else could it mean? Clearly that's what it means. You act like that stream was the final straw. Yeah, it was. It was. It really was. It's the final straw. They finally are gonna pull the plug and fully leave everything. They're just gonna be like, good day, and just abandon it all. Report me to the IRS and the FBI. Ruin me with litigation for years. Abandoned ship. So true, King. So true. No, I don't know. I've been toying with that idea literally for over like a year. I've just never suggested it because I was always like, I don't know how much actual desire there will be to participate in something like that. So I was like, who knows, you know? It just kind of became this thing where I was just like, nah. Yeah, well, you know, it's not a new idea. I've had long, drawn-out conversations about how I do it with my roommates. Like, I've just been like, yeah, and then I think I do X, Y, Z, like the ones that know I stream kind of thing. Yeah, no, I've had this idea kicking around on the back burner for a long time. This is not new to old Napoleon. This has been found lore videos wanted to do that. It's doing like D&D is different. Like, I don't know if it was the fact that it was Minecraft that brought you in or not. I don't know, man. We are nerd. I mean, yeah, lots of people are nerd. You know, like, I don't know. There was always just ways that I talked myself out of it. I was always like, no, they probably don't want that. It's hard to gauge at times what's gonna be. Like, there's been streams that I've done that I thought were gonna be like, oh man, everyone's gonna want to see this, and it's been like, numerically speaking, some of the worst streams I've ever done. Like, that's not that I truly need to care about anything like that. Don't get me wrong, I get it, but like, you know, I gotta at least keep that in mind. Like, Oh my god, that's why I tend to make, like, it's like, don't get me wrong, there's lots of games that I've been like, oh, I'd like to play that I don't, or I make sub goals simply because it's like, I need there to be justification to do the thing that's probably gonna do worse stream-wise, if that makes sense. Because it's stuff that I think I'll enjoy, but like, you know, like, it's hard to gauge, or do you just not announce stuff so we could free ourselves up for it? Oh my god. Some of those streams were announced well in advance. How dare you? How dare you? Not all of them, you're right. Some of them are very much spur of the moment. Or not totally spur of the moment. Maybe they're more like, I knew it was coming, but I didn't say anything in advance of it. Because I was like, oh no, I wanted to be surprised. I wanted to be a surprise. Turns out surprises don't have as many people turn out. Who knew? You know, who would have guessed? We'll put these here, and then these here, these up here. Oh wait, nope, those can also go in. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Oh my god. Even a surprise TV gets a trailer. Oh my sweet Jesus. Listen, it's been more than an hour in advance. It's been way more than an hour in advance. How they... There have been times I've announced it like weeks, like at least there's been times I've announced things like at least a week in advance, sometimes 2. The 2 is much rarer, but at least a week in advance sometimes. Listen, I mean, you're not wrong. Like, yeah, there are certainly times where it's like, okay, yeah, I probably should have announced that in advance, but yeah. I don't know. Streaming just it gets weird at times, you know. It's the same way that like it's like I've been trying to think for the last little while, like, you know, because I want to like. It's weird because like I publish things at times, like for instance that one video that like it was like a lot of work, but like I enjoyed every moment of it. So I like when I say this, do know I'm not in any way like saddened by it. Like it's like genuinely it did great. I'm so happy with it. Got like I don't know something like 200 something views. Like that's insane. That's great. The videos I put out, most videos I put out do not get that kind of viewership. That's like a lot of people, man. That is like I understand most people are used to big YouTubers who get, you know, thousands and thousands and tens of thousands of views, but like I don't know, for little old me, I'm happy with what that video did. But at the same time, I could put that out versus like another little a much shorter 5-minute video on like the next Minecraft snapshot, and that does like quadruple that. You know what I mean? So it's like funny to me. Like technically posting that other longer video analytically lost me subscribers on YouTube, and then I posted a short about Minecraft and it gained me a bunch. So I was like, okay. So stuff like that, I don't know, it's funny to me. It's just, it's so interesting to me, the like little balancing act that it kind of all is. And I think that's really neat. Request script. Oh my god. My brother and I as a kid in 2012 celebrated 2K views on YouTube. Dude, yeah, that stuff is big. Like you gotta, people are so used to big YouTubers. Like I get it. That like those are the people truly like doing huge numbers, but like numerically to have like when you consider how much content is published online constantly in front, like how many random, like the likelihood that the YouTube's even gonna put something in front of you to see. Like I know the reach that like that's the thing though. Then if you want to get into the numbers and like I don't know, be sad about it. Like yeah, sure, I know. In terms of engagement of like people who saw that video, it got a wide reach. It got like I think it's something like 9,000 people like at least saw the thumbnail or like hovered over it, maybe kind of thing, like engaged with it in some capacity. They didn't open it and didn't click it, but like that's how many people at least like YouTube put it in front of. And so yeah, that's like a huge reach for something that I made that like, you know, on YouTube I don't even have 1,000 subscribers. That's the thing. It's just like I don't even have 1,000 subscribers, so it's not like I mean, I've been petering at like some 900 something, 900 like 15 to 930, depending. It goes up and then goes down, for like almost a year now. And that's kind of why I'm like, oh, maybe I should put more effort into YouTube. Especially when I don't know if TikTok's just gonna, you know, be outright banned. But yeah. But it's the same way that, like, you know, TikTok also stagnates at times too. Too short was interactive. Let's go! Oh my god. But yeah, no, stuff like that, like engagement's such a weird thing. It's the same way that, like, you know, a view's counted better if that view, like, to promote the video, if that view also, if the viewer who watched it interacted in some way, be that like, dislike, or comment, or anything like that. Or the really big thing is if there's what a lot of people don't know about YouTube, and you might have heard the term click-through rate before. The video suggested at the end of any YouTube video, if you click any of those little tiles at the end and then go watch whatever the next thing is, that, like, stuff like that, YouTube goes, oh my god, this person's so interested, they went to the next video. This must be great content. And then they push that in front of people. So, like, it's stuff like that. It's so many, like, little things. It's so cool to me. Like, what makes YouTube work in those ways. And obviously, nobody truly knows the algorithm. Nobody does. Nobody does. That's just true. People have a lot of understanding of elements of the algorithm, and I'm sure there's lots of huge YouTubers that know way more that will never share what they know. This is all just from, like, you know, the time that I've read about it and stuff like that, and researched it and watched things on it and all these other things, and tried to gauge it with what I've done as well at times, and it's super interesting to me. I mean, boring to most people, don't get me wrong. I appreciate this is probably not the most interesting of conversations, but I don't know, I like it. And so, yeah, like I don't know, I do think that I want to try to, like, grow, but again, as I've said before, I also don't think I'd ever want to be big, if that makes sense. I feel, I mean, you know, some of you have used the word paranoid before, can't imagine why, but yeah, like, I don't think I ever wish to be like the size of a YouTuber who's like, oh, when I leave my house, people know me. I'm like, that sounds not fun, that sounds bad. You know what I mean? I don't know, like, for me, I'm just kind of like, that sounds creepy. No, not creepy, but you know what I mean? Like, it's just like, that seems a bit odd. Don't know how I feel about that one. Listen! You say paranoid, I say safe on the internet, you know? You know? I simply am just safe on the internet. It's totally different. It's totally different. Anyway, though, actually, you know what? Here, chat. I'm gonna end it up right here because, you know, we're basically at that time, and you know what? Thank you so much for sticking around, chat. I appreciate it. You guys are very kind to me. You're so nice to me, and I enjoy it. You know, I enjoy getting to stream for you. I hope I presume you're still here. That means you must enjoy it too. Okay, well, hydrate. So I really do appreciate. Oh my god. I really do appreciate you guys, man. You guys are a lot of fun to talk to. You're really fun to talk to. You're engaged. You're engaging. And I don't know. You make this whole thing really worthwhile. I think, like I don't know, man. I don't ever need to be big. So long, like, you guys being around is enough to make me want to keep doing this forever. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's my absolute pleasure. I shouldn't say it's been. I'm not leaving. I'm not. It's been my absolute pleasure. You guys are wonderful. I really do say, I say it all the time, but you know what? I hope you have a wonderful week. I hope life's kind to you, because you deserve it. You're good people. I hope you have a wonderful week, chatters. I hope life's kind to you. I hope you have something nice happen. And I'll see you guys come Friday. Bye, chat. Bye. Bye, chat. Bye.